Hello, chat. What do y'all think of this new layout? And the peoples are at the bottom. They're just slightly off-centered because I am a fool. Things change. Chat should be coming up here in a second once y'all start typing again.
Yep.
Y'all should be able to hear everybody perfectly. Oh God, chat is fucked. So wide,
Oh, nope,
chat.
there's chat.
So wide. Um, so I'm gonna pull this out for y'all just to start off, so y'all can get a look at it too. I spent about where did I put Moonstar? I spent about 2 hours yesterday working on this map of the city for y'all, so y'all get an idea. Fat chat. We do be looking professional and shit this time. Uh, so this is session 0, so probably this won't be like this again. We are missing a pumpkin today. She had something came up right at the beginning. PCM's not as drunk this time.
I was never drunk at the first place.
You're the one who
Mhm.
said we're not drunk this time.
I'm talking about you.
I wasn't drunk last time. I was
sure about
drinking. There's a difference.
Yeah, there's a
Sure.
difference.
I'm just
Wait,
gonna
I
go to
thought
the
this was
dispensary for the
session
next one.
one.
This is session 1.
You said session
You
zero.
said session 0.
I'm a fool.
Alec
This is
Azul, you are a
I mean,
fool.
yeah,
You hang out with us, so yeah, you are.
this is session 1. All of this will be deleted, or probably won't happen again. She has not Can we get a chair for Pumpkin?
I
Yeah.
think that's where she went, is to get a new one.
Yeah, she found a new one on the side of the road, so she's gonna have 2 chairs
Sounds good.
next time.
That's
Yeah.
totally. Yeah.
Both blue, believe it or not.
Does anyone have anything they want to say to the chat before we begin?
Look at the fruits of Flaw and PCM's labor. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dual cucking.
One thing I will say, there will probably be not a lot of chat interaction tonight and from going forward, just due to the simple fact of this is a story that we are trying to tell. So it's not that I'm ignoring y'all, it's just that I'm ignoring y'all.
Yes.
He hates you.
Cucked squared, perchance.
Jesus. I thought this was going to be a professional endeavor.
Oh, this will never be professional. Listen, there's only 2 types of D&D campaigns. Those that start serious and end goofier, and those that start goofy and end really serious.
Fair play.
Which will this be? Nobody knows yet. However,
We will find out today.
we will find out today. Yes. We begin our story about 2 days, or about 6 hours away from the city that you are currently seeing, the map, of Raven Edge. At the end of the Thunderclap Mountain Range, it is a... Hold on, I have to pull up my notes so I get this right. It is mainly a mining town, most with about 400 to 500 people usually. Mostly humans and dwarves, although there's some smatterings of other races. Some elves and some other races. It sits, like I said, it sits at the lowest end of it due to its abundance of regularly found steel in ore veins, which is why it was made in the first place.
I'm sorry, steel veins?
Steel veins. There's a very good reason why
So
this
you
y'all would know as characters that this city is no more than 100 years old. And it has grown from 5 people to 200 or to 4 to 500 in 100 years. Yes.
Steel is not naturally occurring.
I know
You're
it's
thinking
not
of iron.
naturally occurring. It is here, which is why the city's
Okay.
here.
Fair enough.
What's the currency?
Currency is standard gold, silver, bronze, copper. 1 gold is 10 silver and 100 copper. Okay, chat. I am well aware that's not how steel works, but this little chunk of mountain range has steel. It's
Then why is
It
it
called
must
called
be
Raven
magic.
Magic.
We will figure it
enchanted.
out.
Steel Edge?
You want me to make it Mana Steel, chat? Is that what you need? Can you stop trying to scratch me?
I want you to make it copper ore and have all the meth heads be there.
The funny thing is I
Yes.
had it written as copper at first.
Oh, all the
Steel
fentanyl.
Mountain.
Yeah. Y'all
It's
are
a,
about
it's a steel mountain with humans and
mostly dwarves and humans. I would say, if from what you would know as a character, you would know that there's about 40% dwarves, about 30% humans, and about the rest is just a smattering of other races.
Would you say that the dwarves here are diggy diggy hole?
Yeah, do they diggy diggy hole?
Yes, the funny thing what y'all would know as characters is this is almost beginning to become another dwarven stronghold.
Ooh.
Oh.
That is one thing y'all would know as characters, and that is what your actual caravan is going towards. Y'all are in a caravan going towards this city at first. About this morning, the main leader of your caravan, an elf named.
Goddamn elves.
Yeah. Well, it's a wood elf, so.
Still elf.
are you brushing your beard?
Yeah, it's something I do want to, it's a comforting thing.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Cornal Orothin. He's
Mm-hmm.
about a few years older than most of y'all would look. He's middle aged for elf, so he's been alive a while. He's about
Yeah.
200 years old, just about. And he tells y'all the morning before, about 4 hours ago, we will be in the city for about 2 weeks. For those who are staying here permanently, well, this will be y'all's new home. For those coming along with us, we're leaving in 2 weeks. We will meet on the western side of town. If you are not there, we are presumed that you are staying. And that
So be there or be square.
Yeah.
I assume there's going to be some place to stay.
If you would ask him, he says yes, there is an inn in town. It usually has enough room. Last I heard, it has been upgraded, so there is more room.
I can sleep
Follow-up
in the
question.
woods.
I'm noble, so where's my welcoming party? Hmm?
I wasn't aware that you were noble.
It's in my character sheet.
I was talking in character.
Mhm.
We're doing in character roleplay right now. Lauren.
But there is
I
no
don't
welcoming
do
party.
it.
There's not really a government to this city yet. It's kind of in between the two kingdoms, so it's kind of.
They're just here.
Yeah, it's just here so far, so there's not really anything to welcome you yet. They have a few guards that will patrol the city. Do y'all have any more questions in this weird amalgam space that we're currently in, or do y'all want to skip forward to when you're arriving in town?
Let's get forward to when we're arriving in town.
Yeah.
I vote.
Okay.
Agreed.
As y'all get closer to town,
What-
y'all press.
I was going to ask one quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, is Colossus gotten back in her bird cage, or is she just like hanging out with us now?
Yeah.
Can I carry Colossus?
That would be up to Colossus,
That's
I
up
would
to
say.
her.
Yeah, does he
Yeah.
want you to carry him?
Colossus, can you sit on my shoulder? Because I need to be funny.
Well, first I want to hear, am I out of the cage, like, permanently?
Yes. Considering you defended the caravan, which I would like to specify, there were other guards for the caravan. It wasn't just the.
We're
six
just
of
the only
y'all.
people who did anything.
No, you just did it so quickly. The
Okay.
rest of them
No.
were like, okay, they haven't attacked yet. The wolves haven't attacked yet. They were holding and waiting, and then y'all just started going ham on the wolves. So like,
We just
all right,
went for
fair.
it.
Colossus is an independent spirit, and honestly, he feels like sitting on a woman's shoulder would be emasculating to him. So I think
Ah.
he will stand awkwardly.
Awkwardly.
Awkwardly, smallly.
As y'all
Slowly.
Teeny tiny.
okay, as y'all begin to get closer to town, y'all cross over this small bridge that goes over a small water, lake, river. Y'all notice somewhat to y'all's west that there's a bigger river running, but y'all can barely see it. And as y'all start to get closer, you start to come across what you would think would be horse stables. You see the fences starting to run across next to the road. But the weird thing you begin to notice is when you see there's webs everywhere. Like giant spider webs covering some of the fences
No.
and the trees nearby.
Oh no.
And as you get closer and closer, you see munching down on some grass a horse head. So you're like, oh, it's just regular horses.
No.
And as you get closer and closer, you're like, oh, that horse has 8 eyes? And as you get
No.
closer and closer, y'all begin to see these are not horses. These are hold on, chat. I have to pull up a source so I can show you. These are a weird amalgam of both horse and spider.
Awful.
Heinous.
That's
None of you have
terrifying.
ever seen a creature like this. None of you have actually ever heard of a creature like this, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It is, here you are for chat so y'all can see what they look like. I will say that this art is from Dungeon Dads, so that way I can get that out of the way so people
God.
can see them.
Wait, how come you can see chat? What the front door?
Gorgeous.
That's awful.
You see about
I'm gonna
8 or
need a
9 of
copy.
them in the pens, just munching away at grass.
So they're in the stable area.
They're in the stable
Yes.
area, and you see webbing
Okay.
everywhere around the field and near the water source, because it does run around the water source. And you
Question.
Who's our?
go ahead.
What's the name of the wagon guide again?
His
Sir George?
no,
Gregory?
Sir George is a cleric.
Cleric.
He's a cleric.
Involved. Cornell Orphan.
Orphan.
Cornell.
Hey, Orphan, where in the seven hells are you taking us? And what the fuck is that?
Followed up with, does it eat my horse or like what does it do?
They didn't have this many last time I was here.
This many?
Last time I was here, there was only the one.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they call them spider horses.
Mm-hmm.
Not a very creative name, but it is what it
It's gotta
is.
be something like a centaur.
They don't eat other horses. They're strictly vegetarian. And you see, he says this. He does the vegetarian, like the air quotes.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't eat other creatures, but they're pretty good creatures for climbing mountains. And y'all notice that he's a little, I wouldn't say afraid of them, but definitely not the biggest fan of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Understandably so. So as y'all cross around it, because y'all are literally going right beside it, your horses look a little spooked, but not in the sense of running. They're just like, what the fuck are those? The whole caravan's horses are doing this.
Can I feed my horse sugar cubes?
I guess if you want to try to. Yeah.
It'll calm it down.
Yeah. As y'all begin to curve around towards the west more, you see that there are houses sprinkling down the road that's going down. Some are bigger, some are smaller. None of them look the same either. Like some of them are like uh hay covered roofs, and then there's a wood cabin, and then there's a smaller hay covered roof, and then there's a grass roof. It's just like these are houses that are being built as time goes along. And you can
Fair,
see that this
fair.
road is weird because it's almost like a gravel road. As you are going down it, it's almost like a gravelly road.
Mhm.
Not the usual pebble or dirt track that you're used to. Looks almost more fancy. And as
What
you
dark materials lay on this path?
do what?
What material lay on this path?
You would think you wouldn't know for certain, but you would think it's some kind of just slate rock, like useless rock, rock that has no you
Crushed
can't do anything.
stone.
Yeah, crushed stone.
Stuff that they mined out that they're not using.
Sun.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So
stuff.
is the stone
Yeah,
in the sun?
yeah, stuff that they mined out that they're just not able to use. And as you cross
Can,
over,
can I take a rock?
I mean, you're currently
like
riding.
rock.
If you want to try to stop, but then you would hold up the caravan behind you.
But the prison wants rock.
You can get rock later. There's the whole road in
Okay.
front of you is
We're
on
gonna
rock
be here.
for like 2 weeks.
Okay, I'm fine then. I want sparkly rock. That's my character. That's what my character wants is rock.
Okay. As y'all cross over a slightly larger bridge, this one's looking a little more fancy than the last one. The last one was wood, and this one's more of a stone-ish bridge that you can see is sitting right next to what used to be the wooden shitty bridge that's right next to it.
Oh yeah.
And
Where is this bridge on the map?
y'all would be in the map that you see. You're crossing over the second bridge, the one between the horse things, and
The one that's gray and bigger?
yes, the
That's
one that's
Yes.
gray and
fancy?
bigger.
Over the
Okay.
bigger river.
Yeah. As y'all cross over, y'all notice what looks to be a mill house next to a building that has a ton of smoke just bellowing out of the top. You would assume this is some kind of forge or smeltery. Next to that is just a regular old wooden building, just about 10 foot by 10 foot. Across the street from those is just an inn, which is massive for this city. 3 stories tall, 80 feet wide. It is huge. And as y'all begin to look at it, y'all notice that there are so many different cuts of wood on this. Because it goes from being really old oak wood to cherry, hickory, newer oak wood, and just all over the place. This building looks like it's been built and built and built and built and built and built and built. As the city's gotten bigger, it's just expanded the inn. And as y'all get closer, you can actually start to see the entrance to the mine, which is a little more ornate than you would think it would be at this point in the city's history, but it's still there. And as y'all start to get closer to the center where the roads intersect, y'all see a statue standing on a pillar with vines growing up onto the pillar that the statue's on, but none seem to touch the statue. Y'all notice what semi looks like a bard, one hand down towards his side, with a dagger in it on his right side, and his other hand stretched out slightly in front of him, open palmed, staring at the mountain.
Mm,
Just in the center.
fancy
Um,
statue.
So, to clarify, this, like, how old does this statue look?
You would need to get closer to notice to even
Okay,
think.
then I'll check that out later.
Yeah.
And do we know who the statue is of?
You would
Is there an
not.
inscription?
You
Okay.
would have to get closer. So this is about the time where y'all get off of your horses, and the caravan stops and everybody starts milling about, It's only like 30, 40 people in this caravan, so it's not that many. But it's still like, okay, this is a lot of people coming in at one time. So once y'all get off, y'all can. Do y'all want to inspect the statue a little more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
need each of you to roll me, or each of you who want to do this,
Yeah, might as well.
to roll me either an investigation or a perception check. But you will not as get as
Perception.
you won't get as much for the perception.
Damn it.
Do I click on the perception and
Yeah. You can roll it from that.
Yep.
I got an 18.
Okay.
I got a
Wow.
9, 10.
You
Okay.
got a 10 for perception.
Okay.
I have a +5. That's so sad.
Okay.
I have a +3.
So everybody's rolled, correct?
E.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate saying this. Can everyone but Bug go deafen for a second?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Deafen yourself.
Deafen yourself in Discord.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Here,
It's
I
right next to
can
where
do it-
you mute.
I can do it for y'all so it's easier.
Can you just do it?
Yeah, I'll do it for all of y'all so I can undo it. Bug, as you begin to inspect this statue, you begin to notice that the statue doesn't necessarily look like a statue. I mean, it does. You see that it's a statue. It's not moving, but you touch a small part of it, and there's a little bit of a give. Not much. Not much of a give. Just a little bit. As you begin to notice, it's not stone 100%. It's a little bit of it's almost skin-like stone. You would have to say that this is the best art sculpture you have ever seen
Uh-huh.
in your life. If this is the best, but it doesn't look right. As you notice the look of anger upon this face, as you notice that the statue almost looks older than the uh pillar that it's standing on. And y'all can come back now.
Y'all are allowed back. Go back.
I am unmuting y'all.
Return.
Y'all can return.
Can I use persuasion to get Bugs to tell us what she would learn?
She can. Hold on. Let her think if she wants to say that. If she wants to say it, she can. Can somebody tell the other two to unmute deafen?
Nope.
Sir.
Kellen!
Kellen.
Wait, why are we yelling? You can't hear us. All of us are like, Kellen, listen! Can you hear me now?
Should have given the thumbs up, Bug.
Oh wait, y'all can't
Hello.
see me. Okay.
No, we
Kellen.
can't.
Bug has got the knowledge.
I
he
haven't-
needs.
I have information.
She has information.
Yeah, but with her character, who knows if she's going to remember it?
It's up to her if she wants to share it or not.
That's a statue.
Yeah. The rest of you are looking at this statue and like, this is a really cool statue of a bard.
It's a bard.
Yeah, it's just a statue of a bard. He's got a knife in one hand, open palm on the other. He's glaring at the mountain, which is weird, but that's all y'all really notice. Y'all
I think
notice Galloway's looking at the statue a little more carefully. And
Also,
she
Flaw,
pokes it for a
apparently
second.
you are quiet.
Okay, I will turn myself all the way up. I hope I peak a lot.
Yeah.
He sounds fine to me. But...
Yeah. Well,
Gold is
on
telling us
YouTube.
that
on YouTube, I sound
He's
quiet.
quiet.
Before Galloway tells us this, can Colossus fly into the open palm of this statue?
You can, but you wouldn't you'd be bigger than the palm. Nothing really happens.
It's not a
when you,
giant.
It's not
It's not a
giant.
giant statue.
It's a humanoid bard. So I mean, it's a human bard. So it's average size. His hand's about 4 inches. So your legs might be able to fit, but not all of you.
Okay. Yep. This is a statue.
This is a
And I fly
statue.
back down.
Here's a statue.
It is a statue.
So Helen, stop. I see what you're doing.
One thing I would say, Lauren, you can't persuade, Bug's character to tell you because you don't know that she knows anything different. Is the only thing I would say against that, because you don't know that she noticed something off the bat.
Yeah,
With a perception roll of 10, you don't notice shit.
Now, Flaw,
Not
are
the
you
noticer.
sure that hand is only 4 inches? Because mine's like 7.5.
Okay, look, it doesn't take all of her fucking
It's a
body up.
normal. It's a
It's a normal
normal
hand.
average person.
Right,
I
and
can.
Is it like
She could
is it
easily
a
sit
William
on that,
Penn
is what I was trying to
statue?
say.
Well,
It
no,
looks-
she
it's
can't.
slightly larger than human, but it's still the same size.
Yeah, she can't sit on it because
Yeah,
of the
dude.
simple
If
fact
they
of the way
sat on
it's-
it, they would knock it over.
No, it's like this.
Or break it.
I know. I just realized y'all can't see my hand.
No.
I can't
Yeah, I'm
stream
having,
both
like,
my
clicking.
cameras. I can't stream on both with my camera. It won't let me do that. Kellen, put your hand
Wait.
more downwards, or like, it's open palmed, barely grasping. So it'd be like
So
if there
like-
was a
like this?
baseball in your hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
So
it's more like
yeah,
grasping.
it's grasping.
gotcha.
Lego
like a-
hand.
Yeah, Lego
Lego
hand. There
Okay.
was something in its hand at one point, but now there's
Mm.
not.
Can I roll for history on the town?
Yeah, sure. Roll a history.
I got a 22.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you would know that the town was it wasn't really discovered. It was more or less founded around about 30 to 20 years before the war ended. The war between the two kingdoms.
Was it buried in a mud flood?
There was no mud flood.
Do I know why? Do I know what's missing in the bard's hand?
You would not know
Based
what's
off
missing.
of lore or myth.
You would know with that roll, the statue was here before the town was here.
Ooh.
You would know that the statue was here. The only thing that's new that you would be able to know is the city and the mine. The reason that the mine was founded was not only because of the statue, but they dug a little into the mountain and they started finding naturally occurring steel, which is insane for the rest of the world. You would know with your history check. This town has gone from 10 people to almost 500 people in the span of about 70 years. It is boomed out of control. Because people hear mine, steel, money. Regular recurring steel, money. And so people are coming here, moving here. And especially dwarves. They love that shit. And so you would know that this is technically a separate kingdom as the Dwarven kingdom is starting to advance.
Okay. And then is Bug's character gonna tell us what they found out about the statue after I told everyone the history?
That's up to her.
I think Galloway's reaction to what she has discovered about this statue, I'm just gonna like pull my hand away and hiss a little bit and just kind of like side eye it weirdly. You're free to ask me about it.
Yeah.
Can I
But
I'm not
gonna say
investigate
anything.
why?
Well, that was fucking weird.
Y'all can ask her in
Can
character.
I roll for
are you okay?
investigating to figure out why?
Bad vibes. Bad vibes.
Bad vibes. All right.
I would say it's weird that she did that. That's not a normal
Well,
reaction to
can
a
I-
statue.
Can I roll to investigate for more information?
About the
You can just
statue
ask me about it.
or her.
Yeah.
I will be asking Bug about it.
You can roll. You could roll a. Uh, you could roll an insight check to see how her character's feeling, but you could also roll a deception check against you if she wants to hide anything.
I don't think I will.
Okay, so if you
Can I-
want,
I'm
to,
just
I'm
not
gonna roll
forthcoming.
yeah, you can roll
I'm
an
gonna
insight.
roll an inception check. Or insight.
Yeah.
What did I say? Insight.
Inception. You're
Insight,
going into her dreams now.
18! I got an 18!
Yeah. So, Bug, do you want to tell her what your character is currently going through mentally, or as your physical attributes are telling? Inception check. Wait, does anyone have to die? Can we spend something to tell whether or not we're in the dream?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
So Galloway, like she reaches out and touches this statue and like feels it for a second and like kind of just like reels back and like snarls and like hisses at it like all like, "Oh, this is weird. I don't like this." It's just a lot of, "Ooh, what? Ew."
No, the
Strange,
statue didn't
not
fall
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a
Well,
lot
I'm
of
not
not
gonna touch-
correct.
I'm not gonna touch a statue then. I don't trust it.
Over. Okay. Does
Well, that's too bad for Colossus. He's put his butt all over it. Like
you would also know that? Wait, what's your passive perception there, Colossus?
my passive perception.
It would be on the
It's plus
left
4.
side. It's no. It's on the left side at the bottom. It'll be a
At the
number.
bottom.
It's not gonna be a plus 4. It's
Passive-
Under your saving throws.
Passive
Yeah.
14.
You don't really notice anything in the hand.
Yeah,
It's stone.
it's just like weird.
Yeah, it's weird stone. I mean, it's stone. It's a weird
So,
color, but it's stone.
I'm the only one who knows it's weird.
Yeah, you're the only one that knows why it's weird to you.
But I know it's weird, and I
You
don't
know
trust
it's
it,
weird
so
to her,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
You,
you all know I had a reaction.
Kellen or Turn, do you want to do anything?
I'd like to ask Bug about it.
Ask her.
Okay. Roleplay,
What,
pussy.
what made you recoil from the statue so much?
Touch. Bad. Bad touch. No, like, bad.
Were you responding to the material of the statue or the person that is the statue?
Feels weird. Did you not feel?
I didn't touch it.
Do one of you want to touch the statue?
I'll touch
Oh.
it.
Okay.
No,
As each of you begin to touch it, besides
I didn't touch it.
lady,
I'm not
can you
touching
pronounce
it.
her name? Okay.
Lillian.
Lady
Lillian.
Lillian Rivera.
As y'all see, Turn, can you say your name? again?
Torhath.
Torhath.
As you see, Torhath touches it. He touches it about mid-thigh, because that's about where he can reach into the clothes.
Because he's
You
tall.
see,
Pause.
because all of you are watching, you see when he touches it, it doesn't, you expect his fingers to give, but there's just a hint of give in the statue.
Like it's soft.
Oh.
Like it's almost soft. It's stone, but there's just the faintest bit of give.
I'm not being paid for this, so
Fair enough.
There's just
I'm just gonna, like,
faintest.
back away from the statue and just, like,
And
side
I'm
eye
gonna
it
follow
heavily.
suit. I'm gonna follow suit and stay behind.
I'm gonna stay at the statue.
Okay.
You
Oh.
do that.
Do you want to do anything else at the statue?
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, sure. Roll.
All right.
That's actually good. Good idea.
A 1.
Oof.
You
Can I do an Arcana check?
you can do an Arcana
Can I do an
check.
Arcana check as well?
If you can use magic, you can do an Arcana check.
I
got
don't.
a
How
19.
can I?
You know what? You can
How
roll
can I
one.
know?
What's your plus in it? Hold on.
+3.
Yeah, you can roll it.
I got an 8.
You ain't noticed shit. The two of y'all are
I got
like
a 19.
nothing. And Galloway's character, due to your recent
are we deafening again?
no, this one's it's not high enough. She would have had to
Uh-huh.
get over 20 to realize it. It's not a normal statue. It's definitely not stone. You sense a faint trace of magic, but the trace is so faint that it's almost barely there. It's like dropping a little bit of red dye in a pool.
Hmm.
You don't even barely
So
notice
we
it on
know.
the edges.
We know this, but we
Strange.
don't know.
So Colossus is kind of fed up with these guys keep touching the statue.
Yeah,
He's
no,
sealing it up.
I'm
No.
not being paid for this, so hey, Colossus, you want to go get a room at the inn? Like, I'm gonna go get something to eat.
I need a drink. Agreed.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go get something.
All
And
right.
we head towards the inn.
Yeah, me and Colossus head towards
Right.
the inn.
We'll get to you in a second then. We'll stay with the people at the statue currently.
That's fine.
Did the three of you want to do anything else with the statue?
No, I'm all done with this statue. I want nothing more to do with it.
Okay.
I want to investigate it one more time.
Okay, roll one more time. One more time. If Torhath wants to help, he can give you advantage.
7.
I will. Yeah.
Okay, so roll one more time.
Could I? Let's see here. Where is it?
No.
Oh.
No. I was saying no to something else. Somebody just sent me a message.
Oh.
So either you can roll separately, or she can roll with advantage. So she gets another roll.
Could I do detect magic first?
I would say you do it after,
Ooh.
or you could do
Okay.
it. No, you can do. Yeah, you can do it in tandem.
No. Okay. In
Yeah,
tandem?
I'll give you in tandem, and she can get the advantage.
Okay, that'll work.
So wait, should I re-roll again?
Yeah, re-roll just one more time.
I got a 9.
Same thing as earlier. I mean, you notice there's vines on the bottom. You don't really ever see a plaque anywhere, but nothing else than that. Hold on.
Before I leave really quick, are there any inscriptions on this thing anywhere?
With your roll? Not really, no. There's
Okay.
nothing. You look and you can kind of see what almost looks to be attempts to scratch the statue, and it doesn't work.
Can
Like,
I tell what language it would have been in? Because I can understand all languages.
It's not a language. It's though somebody took a knife at the statue, at the foot,
Mhm.
trying to see if he could scratch it, and he
Hmm.
stabbed it, and it slipped off and scratched the pillar that it's on. They have
Okay.
not done anything to the statue. Hold
Okay.
on
Can
one
I-
sec. I need to see what
Yeah.
detect magic does exactly.
For 10 minutes, I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. And use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
So, you cast it, and it's the faintest trace. Like I said earlier with the dye in the pool, it is the faintest trace of either enchantment or alteration. You can't tell. It's so faint. But there is magic on this statue. It's just really
So
faint.
far we know is that there's faint magic.
Yes.
Galloway basically hissed and recoiled from it,
Yes.
and that we know that the statue has been there since the town has started. Before the town started, it's
Yeah.
been there.
It's been there before the town started.
And I don't know the bard's name or anything. Like,
if you want, you can roll a history check and just see if anything you've ever heard about the statue before.
23.
Even with that, the only reason you've heard of this statue is after the city was founded. You do know that the pillar was also here before the city, but that the statue is older than the pillar.
Do I know the history of the plants on the pillar?
Are you proficient with nature? It will have a dot next to it if you are.
No.
Okay, then that wasn't really your area of expertise in school. Sorry.
Well, can I roll for nature?
I mean, yeah, you can roll and see if you can think of a thing.
I got a 6. I almost got a
They're weird looking
22.
vines. There's a flower or two. But that's about it. That's all you really
Okay.
get.
I haven't touched the statue at all, just for the record.
Yeah.
I have not touched the statue. I've looked at it. I've written down all the notes.
You're
and
Sherlocking
added
this.
it.
Your hands are behind your back and you're just looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
Gold.
Lag check.
Okay, I'm done with the statue, and I follow behind
Okay.
Colossus to
Yeah.
the inn,
And I assume Galloway.
wearing my family crest.
Yeah. I assume Galloway follows too.
Yes.
Torhath, is there anything else you want to do?
I kind of just want to stay there, continue like investing like what I can,
Okay.
just because of my religion.
Yeah. If you want to roll me either a knowledge, not a knowledge. I don't think there is a fucking knowledge check, is there?
There's not.
Religion?
I don't see one.
If you want to roll me a religion check, or
Well, I meant more for my religion, since it's a knowledge-based one.
yeah, that's what I'm rolling you for, to see if you
Okay.
can to see if your god is willing to give you any indication on what the statue might be.
Gotcha.
Like
16.
you hold on. I mean, you would know. Your god gives you a little bit of information. It's definitely not a statue. It's 100% now to you, not a statue. It was not carved of stone. You would also know that it's been here, judging by the look of the stone that's underneath it and the plants growing on it. You know that the pillar has been here at least 500 years. There's no indication on how long the statue's been here. There's no look of weathering on the statue.
Wait, can I tell him my information so he would already know that
Yes,
on history?
but his was given to him directly by his god gave him a little bit of information. That information I just gave to Turn is a little more than you would have had. Like,
Okay.
you know that the statue's been there for a while. It's been there since before the town was founded. Now he knows, okay, the pillar itself is at least 500 years old. And the statue is definitely not a regular statue. How long do you want to stay with the statue?
I'll stay there a couple hours, just kind of
Okay.
looking around.
The rest of you enter into the inn.
Well, I was gonna.
Oh.
Me and Colossus left them like at least 10 minutes before.
No, I would
Yeah,
have
but
said.
we run and catch up to you.
Yeah, I would have said that like Bug's character and Lauren's character spent like an extra 5 minutes on the statue. Turn's been here for a while. Yeah. Turn's gonna be there for the rest of the day.
Very high possibility, yes.
Yes.
So, well, as Colossus and I are walking away, I just turn to Colossus and say, "I'm not being paid to look into this. First ale is on me."
I know, right? That guy was feeling up that statue's ass.
Yeah, that was just.
I'm all for brotherhood, but brotherhood has its limits, and its limits are statues.
Yeah, no, I'm not being paid for this, so this isn't. That's not a me problem.
Anyway,
As
Yep.
you
do
get
they sell
closer,
alcohol here?
as you get closer, you start to see a sign on the inn. It's a regular old
Mhm.
wooden sign. It just says Mines End. You know, Mines End.
Mhm.
Yeah. As y'all start to get closer, you start to notice, especially now that you're like about to walk in the door, every other board from like above the door is a different type of wood and a different age. This building has been built on so many times.
I mean, makes sense if this is a boom town. So
Yeah, it's the
Mhm.
yeah, and it's a single double door, a single double door, a single double door,
Yep.
A single set of double doors.
a single set of
Yep.
double doors, double doors.
Double
Um,
doors.
yes. Uh, it's a tavern and inn. So
Mhm.
as you begin to enter, you notice there's about hold on, I have to pull something up because I have this made too. Chat's gonna love me, aren't they?
Mhm.
Oh no.
Hold on, I have to pull something up. Hold on, I have to pull
Oh
something up.
Lord.
Why
Hold
don't you
on.
have your things already pulled up,
I
Flo?
did. I'm sorry. Don't yell at me, Dad.
I
Yes,
will
please,
yell at
Tim. Let
you
me speak
forever.
to dog.
Um, incarnate. By the way, if y'all ever need a really good thing to make maps, go to Incarnate. It's pretty fucking good.
Incarnate. Sounds like a Harry
Incarnate.
Potter spell. Incarnate
Incarnate.
Leviosa.
Incarnate
Not Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Not Leviosa.
All
Leviosa.
right, there you go.
What am I looking at?
There's a map on the stream.
No, it's behind the town map.
Give it a second.
There we go.
There's quite a few tables. There's a few people at a couple of the tables. Looks like a couple of dwarves, a couple of humanoids.
Yeah, I'm looking for the innkeeper.
You notice there's about 2 people behind the bar and about 3 people at the bar. There's one at the corner over here, and there's
Mhm.
2 over
Mhm.
here. The innkeeper's about right
Cool.
here.
My question is
Flagging.
one of them a dwarf and one of them a human?
Funnily enough, neither of them are dwarves and neither of them are humans.
What are they?
One of them is a very tall halfling, and the other one is a very short. Okay, what's the weirdest thing? I want to put a centaur back there, but that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Please do. That would be funny.
Elf
Uh,
twinks indeed. Those are the
I'm gonna put a tiefling. It's a small tiefling woman behind the counter with the
Nice.
rather tall
I am
halfling.
going to approach the tall halfling with my family crest out, knowing that they will know what the family crest is to help out the team to get
Thank you
beer
for
quickly.
subscribing.
Hmm?
Somebody just
Hmm?
subscribed. Thank you.
Oh,
Metal Sasquatch.
Yay!
thank you, Metal Sasquatch.
You're still a little bit behind them, so I'm gonna let Kellen and Colossus do their thing real quick, and then Liliana can do her
I'm trying to
thing.
help them out to get free beer.
I
That's
know.
fine. We
Uh,
got there first.
They did get there first, so let's see what they want to do first.
Yeah. So, see the going straight to the innkeepers. Hey, I came in on the caravan. It looks like we have a 2-week layover. I need a place to stay.
She,
What are we looking at here?
which one would you prefer to approach first? The halfling or the tiefling?
Whoever is closest to me.
I would say the tiefling because she's staying away from the guy in the corner.
Fair play. I will
Uh,
approach.
Yeah. She says,
Yeah.
"Oh, we have about 3 to 4 rooms available right now, but 2 more will come available tomorrow."
Okay. Can
They're,
I book one of those rooms next? Like I said, 2 weeks.
yeah, it is about 2 silver a night.
Deal. How about we just call it a gold?
Uh, 1 gold is 10 silver, so that's how about a gold and 10 silver? No, a gold and 5 silver.
That's more than okay. You know what?
Wait, no,
Deal.
is that? Hold on, that would be 14 times 2 is 28, which is 3 gold. Technically, it's 2 gold and 2 silver.
Kellen, you just went, oh, I see it's 3 gold. Let me give you one of them.
Oh, it's 3 gold. No, let me give you 1. And she's like, no, we can call it 2.
Okay, I can do 2.
Right, how about this? Roll a persuasion check for me.
Persuade the lady.
Persuade the lady.
That's a 13.
She says, no, we could do about 2 gold and 5 silver.
All right, deal.
Okay. She deduct that from your gold and silver account. Learning to haggle with flaw.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where that is.
It would be under
If you go
inventory.
I found it.
Okay.
2 gold.
Okay.
And 5 silver.
Yeah.
Colossus
So that would.
Yep.
stays by the entrance. He, to be honest, has never seen a building like this.
Can I do one quick thing with Kellen?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Do you want the one with the 4 beds, 2 beds, or 1 bed?
I'll have 1 bed, preferably.
Okay. 1 bed for
There was
Kellen?
only one bed.
There was only 1 bed. Fuck. Fuck.
Stay away from me.
I didn't mean this to happen.
What?
Okay.
That I got the only room with 1 bed?
No, there was only 1 bed. It's a story
There's
beat
a-
that a
there's
lot
a
of
romance?
romance novels
I had
use.
to do. I had
Oh.
to say.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't.
It's
sorry.
a lot of like they get to a motel. There's only one room left with 1 bed, so to share a bed.
Wink, wink, nudge.
Oh,
And
no,
then
this is
romantic
my
things
What's gonna
happen.
They're
Oh,
gonna
no,
fuck.
this is my room. No, this
Varys is like
a dick.
7 times his size.
Yeah, they could
What's
share a
that?
bed.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay. Are we?
PCM's turn, and then we'll get to
Ow.
Liliana, Colossus,
So,
Liliana,
Lillian.
Liliane.
I just like to survey the area if
Okay.
possible, see what I can see, and observe how many people besides the innkeepers are in the
Okay. Do you
room.
want to roll for it or just do passive?
I'd like to roll for it if possible.
Okay, roll me.
Can I do a passive
Hold on.
at the
Kellen.
same time? Sorry.
Roll me a Kelton. Your passive would see what's exactly on the map, and I described for you.
Okay, so my 15.
Yeah, your 15 showed
Gotcha.
you everything. Roll me a
Okay.
perception check because you're not really investigating. You're just seeing what you can see.
Okay, I did shit 14.
14. You notice what Kellen noticed that I described? You know, you do notice that there's a pig that's slowly being roasted over a fire. Looks like it's not exactly ready yet. Given a couple of hours, it probably will be. You also notice that there's a staircase going up in the corner, and there's a door beside it and underneath it. It almost looks like there's probably a double door underneath it. You just can't see one of the doors. You do
Okay.
notice that behind the bar there's another door, and you wouldn't be able to see it unless you were flying. So
Okay.
I think you would be flying because you'd probably want to try to stay around your original height. So you would
Yeah,
kind
no,
of barely see that there's a trap door to go under the inn.
I am like flying around, maybe just above Varys's height.
Okay.
I'll follow him up to the counter as he's talking with the lady.
Okay.
And I don't say anything because I can't afford anything. So I'm just gonna hang out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, and can I get 2 ales, 1 for me and 1 for my friend, please?
Would you like them in quarts, pints, or fuck? What's the smaller one? God damn it! I can't remember what they.
Cups? I don't
There's
know.
yeah. Would
Probably
you like
a
it in
cup.
cups, quarts, or pints?
Can I get those in gills, please? No, a pint is fine.
2 pints. That's gonna run you about 5 copper.
Done.
For both. That's 5 copper for both, not 1.
So 10.
Yeah. No. 5 in total.
5 for both.
Oh, okay.
5 for
Yeah,
both.
that's fine.
Because when she brings it out, she brings out a normal sized pint, and then she brings out a miniature sized pint. So it looks about the
Oh,
same as your
amazing.
pint, but when she brings it out, it would be about 6 inches. So it's her size. It's still huge. She's like,
Nice.
I don't have. You notice a look of like shock at first on her face, and then like, as she bends over underneath the counter and starts rummaging around. You hear her rummaging, and she pulls out with this look of victorious glee on her face. She pulls out this little bitty tiny mug.
Hell yeah.
You would probably notice that this is probably meant for like a kid's toy.
Oh.
And she goes over to the ale crate in the corner, and she pours yours first, obviously, because yours is the biggest one.
Mhm.
And then she pulls the lever, and she just goes, eh.
Got a little
She-
boop.
I'm not paying full price for that.
You're not.
Wait.
Okay.
You're getting charged 4 copper for 1 drink and 1 copper for 1 drink.
Making
And
it,
she
yeah.
sits them both on the table in front of you and looks at you expectively as she holds out her
I
hand.
grab.
I hand
Does she-
one silver and expect 5 copper back.
Yes, she gives you back 5.
Okay.
She
grab
reaches
the
into her
biggest mug.
she reaches into her like
Her
apron, and she
Mhm.
just pulls 5 copper and puts them in front of you.
Yeah, and I take 4 and I leave 1 on the counter.
She you notice as her hand slightly goes over it and just takes it and put it in her thing. No,
Fair
she doesn't say anything. She just goes, okay.
Yeah, no, that's how bar tipping works.
Yeah.
I of course go for the biggest mug. That is my height.
Yep.
And
Roll me
I give
roll me a strength check real quick.
a strength. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Homeboy's
12.
just assuming that this
12?
is his.
Yeah, no, you instantly you pick it up, and even Kellen, can you say your name? Varys? Varys
Varys.
is like, the fuck?
Whoa.
Damn.
Fair play.
Fair play. And even the
I saw her
barmaid,
split
the barmaid goes, "Oh damn."
She
actively says, "Oh, damn."
Wolf. I'm not surprised by this.
It's a little bit shocking considering this is probably like 3 times her weight.
Colossus, he split a wolf in twain. This isn't shocking.
Yeah. So Varys is left with this barely able to be grabbed mug.
Fair play. I turn and I
It's
Need to
basically
get-
like 2 shots of ale.
that's not what I meant, right? Looking at Colossus.
Colossus does not acknowledge that. He's indulging himself in a drink.
To you, Colossus, this is pretty good ale. It's not great.
What
It's not great ale. It's pretty good though.
are you talking about?
just put
The ale
another-
tastes amazing.
I just put another silver on the counter, and yeah, more please.
Yeah, she brings you another mug, puts you 5 copper
Mhm.
back on the counter.
Yep.
So you can put that you have 9 copper in your inventory.
Well, same thing as before. Leave 1 for her, so 8.
Okay, so 8. This is
So-
about the time that your character.
Yeah, and I
is
just turn
rolling.
around and I lean it back, lean against the bar, drinking slowly.
You got 1 mug, really good sized mug in the one hand, and. a
Oh no,
really
that's
tiny
just shot. Set down.
one. Okay, cool. As you taste it, it is shit.
It's whatever.
This is the like room temperature Miller Lite equivalent of ale.
There were spider horses when we came into town. I'm not surprised by this.
You notice that you got the bar ale, but
Mhm.
not the good bar ale. You weren't Pacific.
That's fine. Like I said, I saw spider horses coming into town.
Yeah.
This is what I expected.
Weird town.
Yep.
Lauren, it is you and Galloway entering the bar. I'd say y'all to enter about simultaneously.
I have passive investigation at 15, so I know all the information. Correct?
You would see basically exactly what I described to Kellen in PCM.
And then I have a 15 for passive insight.
So that would more along the lines of being able to read how someone's, whether or not someone's lying to you. That's like looking at a person and being like, okay,
Oh
you.
no, no. I'm establishing this before my next
Okay,
thing.
that's fine.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar, speaking to the halfling.
Okay.
My attire does have my family crest on it, and I do have a scroll of pedigree on me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna speak to them in hope of. Thank you. No, I do appreciate your commentary. It's beautiful. Thank you. I'm gonna go up to request a room, but with being noble, that means that all the locals that know, like all the people in the area who know
Okay.
of my family crest, will treat the convoy better and myself.
The
Waiting
the
on a
halfling
split.
looks at you and then looks at your thing and says, "Lady, you realize we're not really in your kingdom, right?"
And I say, doesn't matter what kingdom we're in, if that's how you treat the people of your government.
You're not really our government. We're kind of a free state currently due to the ongoing peace conversations.
What happens if those peace conversations fall through?
Well, then they fall through. Are you threatening me?
No, it's just a promise.
Can I put my hand
No,
on
but no, my
Lillian's
character,
shoulder?
my character comes up in the sense of, hey, we're looking for a room.
Yeah, but
I have like all my stuff on me that I'm not faking it because that's what people do.
yeah, he
and
recognizes
I'm asking
that
for a room.
the seals are real because this is.
Oh no, she's being a high elf.
Yeah, she's
100%.
she's.
No. She's not. I'm establishing.
Are you trying to
this for
get
the
free
audience.
rooms, or are you trying to
No,
pay for the rooms?
no. She's pay for the rooms. I'm not an influencer.
Okay.
My character is merely like I'm setting the stage that she is nobility. You will everywhere she goes, everyone's gonna know it. But with being
Okay.
nobility, you are used to people knowing your family.
And he looks at you and says, "Look, I'll give you your room for like 70 or 30% off, but that's the best we can do. We're trying to make a business here."
I'm gonna offer 1 gold for myself, and then I'm gonna confer with Galloway, see if they want a room.
Okay, he tells you for the 2 weeks that you're trying to stay that there are 2 rooms currently available because he talked to the other waitress. There are 2 rooms currently available. One of them is 2-bed and one of them is a 4-bed. And there will be 2 more rooms available tomorrow.
What are the 2 rooms that are available tomorrow?
One of them is an additional 4-bed, and the other one has a 3-bed.
Okay, I'm gonna confer with Galloway to see how, if they sleep, how my character sleeps, and to confer with them of saying I'll get the room if you get dinner.
Okay. He also tells you that the regular price for a room is about what did I say? 2 silver per night. So you would know that it would be about 3 silver or 3 gold for 2 weeks. So you would get 2 gold and 5 silver for the discounted price.
Okay, well I'm gonna talk to Galloway first and see what the plan is as we were talking at the statue together, and I know we're in the caravan together.
Yeah.
I was just planning on sleeping in the woods tonight.
Are you broke? Do you need help?
No.
Do you like sleeping in the woods?
I was just gonna.
Oh, by the way, Varys is listening to all this, just looking down to his mug and chuckling over the fact that he got the room with one bed.
Oh,
Just
no.
quiet. Just quiet. No, he's not saying anything. He's just over there just...
Yeah, you don't know that he got the the bed with one room in it, or the room with one bed yet.
I'm doing this out of kindness, as I was raised that you are kind to everyone.
Your dime. All right.
I'm going to then haggle with the
Okay.
Innkeeper.
barman.
Roll me
Yeah.
a persuasion.
I got a 24.
Yeah, you start talking to him, and I would say, I don't know, with your character, start flirting with him a little bit, just trying to get him to...
Nope.
No,
my
okay.
character talks
You are...
about what home is like nowadays, and talks about the streets they grew up on, and
You talk him
mentions the street.
down to, I would say, 2 gold for all the nights. That's for 2 weeks. That's pretty good. You especially know that this is a backwater city. In your terms, that is a really good deal for 2 weeks.
And then they throw in dinner as well.
Okay, they throw in 1 dinner. 1 night of dinner,
For
I should
2.
say. For 2. Yeah, they think you're a couple.
No.
Aww.
I established.
Oh, my apologies, ma'am. I didn't mean to presume. It was just you were together.
I'm just gonna stand there, just no emotions, just
And
blinking with my
he-
big eyes.
He
And I'm
he
gonna
pushes
explain my
puts his
family
hand
name.
over in the sense of, I can't say anything. As he's
I
pointing towards the
explain-
tiefling.
Aww.
And I say, as a Ravel, we help those around us. Before we started at the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah.
He looks at you and says, "If you really want to help this town, send more wood. Better quality." We're running out of wood.
Send a letter home.
Actually, he doesn't say
I
that.
will send.
He says we need a better what is it? Woodsmith? Not a woodsmith. That doesn't sound right.
Woodworker.
Carpenter?
Carpenter.
Carpenters. He says if you really want to help this town, we need better carpenters. As he points around the room, and you see all the different flavors of wood on the wall.
I shall write a letter to my family back home, as we are in charge of a large group of people. I can see what I can do to help out due to your generosity, and I thank him for his time.
He tells you that dinner will be ready in about 2-3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
As he points over to the pig that's currently being roasted.
Yummy smells.
We need skilled woodworkers.
Yeah.
They're bullying me in the chat for that one.
You forgot the ooh woo at the end.
I offer, as well, is with the skilled woodworkers writing home, is to offer to write home to his family to make sure that they're doing okay post-war.
He looks at you and says, "That would be nice, but my family is here." As he points over to the other innkeeper. As you get the sense, that's his wife.
Hell yeah. Good for him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's his wife. So there's not really anyone for you to write home to for him.
The halfling is married to the tiefling?
The halfling
Yes.
is married to the tiefling.
Hell yeah, them horns.
Yeah. Oh no.
So I will pay the 2 gold.
Yep.
And then I'm going to bring, I'm going to ask for a safe in my room where I would like to deposit certain items to make sure that they're safe.
Well, we only have one safe, and he
Mm-hmm.
says we only have one safe, and we can't put it in your room, but it is down in the basement. If you wish to use it, it'll be an additional 5 gold.
No, but
It-
I get cagey and I keep my luggage close to me.
Okay. He just says he says
Mhm.
the reason why is because it's their safe too, and they actually use it to keep their gold and stuff safe. And he
Mhm.
says, "Well, I would have
I
given you
I
about 5 of
appreciate the
that. It
offer.
was a safety thing."
Yeah, I appreciate the offer, but I decide to keep it on me, and
He says
I
understandable.
head up.
He also
I head
says
up to
you
the
are on
room.
the second floor, third room on the left after the second left.
I would also like to do a oh God, what is it called?
What are you trying to do?
Like a safety check. Like I want to know all the exits, all like
That would be a
everything on that room. I
perception
want to
check
do an
when you
inspection.
get there.
Yeah.
That would be an
Okay.
investigation
So
then. Once you get to the room.
okay.
Once you
Then
get
I
to
want
the
to go up
room,
to the room and investigate.
yeah. You can roll that if you want.
Oh, Flaw, where's my room at?
16.
You are on the first floor. First room
Nice.
on the left. You
I've got
get
a
in there
16.
and you notice it's really just a door into a room with 2 beds. There's a dresser over there. There's 2 of them. It's not the greatest. It's thin sheeted, thin blankets, barely a pillows. It's not the greatest inn. This is a rush job of an inn.
Well, before dinner, I think I'm going to go to my room and freshen up. I'll see you guys at dinner. And I just
Okay.
walk over to my room over here on the first floor.
Okay. It's really just you and maybe Colossus and Galloway still downstairs, unless Galloway follows.
No, I'm gonna sit over by the fire and just watch it, and just watch the pig roasting on it, and just very intently stare at it.
Okay. The other 2 people in here notice that one of the people behind the bar are very carefully watching the person looking at the pig. But
I'm just looking at it.
yeah, you're just
Staring.
looking at it, but they're like, "Don't fucking touch my pig."
Oh, fucking touch my pig.
You also
also,
notice that this is a rather fucking large pig.
ooh.
It's
I also
it,
never rolled a perception check when I came in, so can I do that real quick?
yeah. If you want to roll up one real quick, just to look around the room.
Ooh. Got a 7.
It's a nice pig. The fire
Nice
looks
pig.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice pig.
Yeah.
Kellen, your room would be behind the underneath the stairs. You do notice when you go looking at it, it is a double door situation. And you go
Interesting.
into your room, and it's a little bit nicer than the other rooms. Not that you would.
I mean,
know
I
that.
haven't seen them, but
Yeah, not that you would know that, but it's a little bit nicer. It looks like it's an actual bed.
Yep.
A little bit thicker sheets. I would say probably about a half an inch.
Yeah,
thick.
I'm gonna
The
roll
pillow looks real
investigation
pillowy.
on the room itself once I shut the door.
Yeah, sure. Roll me.
23. Is there
You
anything out of the ordinary of this room? Anything that I would be
would
uncomfortable
notice
with?
as you begin looking around this room and you're looking underneath everything. You're looking for
Yeah.
something. You see absolutely nothing.
Fair play. Just got to be sure. Listen, gotta
I tried
check
to
things
play
out.
that like you were about to find a secret and shit.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's just perfect. Perfect.
You actually have a window because you're
Nice.
at the front. You're basically right down from the front door.
Okay.
But it's a pain. There's no way to open this shit.
Mm.
It is not a window that can be opened in any fashion. It is just
Perfect.
a pane, wood, pane, nothing.
Perfect.
You have a
Perfect.
dresser. You have no bathroom. Or
I'm assuming that it's like a communal bathroom, like
yeah, there's a communal
you
bathroom
would
down
have
the
at the
hall.
time.
You've seen it
Yeah.
as you were walking through, and they also would tell both
Mhm.
of you. Yeah. So you see that there's other rooms and stuff, but you don't see any of the other people there. You
Yeah,
begin
I'm
walking.
gonna just
You look down and you can see there's probably about 10 rooms on the first floor.
nice.
Lauren, your character would see there's about 10 to 12 rooms on the second floor that you could have seen. You imagine there's probably more on the third. Anything else anyone wants to do now between now and PCM? Roll me a Constitution check.
Oh, Constitution. Okay, because I'm sleeping in the woods.
No, you're
No, because
rolling
you're
Because you're drinking so much.
You're drinking literally twice your body weight in alcohol.
Wait.
That is the actual problem here.
11.
You are shit-faced. You are Kellen, you would see this. Varys would see
Mhm.
before he walks off. The fairy is floating, but like she's like leaning back or he's leaning back like, oh, the mug's on the counter. The innkeeper's kind of pulled the mug away a little bit just in case something happens, and she's just like free floating, staring at the ceiling right now, like, oh.
absolutely
Listen,
zooted.
I am friendly with Colossus. I am not friends with Colossus.
No.
At least
Yes.
at this point, I'm not friends with him.
He is
So
at
Not your
the
problem.
tipping point to where
Yeah.
he is blacked out. He's between blacked out and passed out. He is staring at a chandelier right now, like, oh.
Can I just start like leaking tears? Silent tears.
Yeah, sure. The barmaid looks at you for a second as just like, okay. She turns over and says, we might need to help her down, or him down in a bit. As you're just floating right above the counter.
Is Varys out in the main area?
I would
no,
say,
I went to my room.
yeah, about right now he's going to his room. I just want
I'm
to
like
describe,
going in.
I just want to describe PCM's character as absolutely drunk as fuck.
I mean, you can
Drunk
watch
out of
me
his
as I
gourd.
opened both the double doors, looking at my
She
single
would
bed
not-
and then closing them behind me.
No,
No, I'd
you
be
don't
upset.
have
Wow.
double doors into your room. You have a
I thought you said I did.
No, to get to the hallway to your rooms is a
Oh,
double door.
my bad. My misunderstanding. I apologize.
Each floor has a door between
Oh.
them. That way it's like
Gotcha.
kind of separated. Because when you close the doors, you notice that the little bit of sound you were hearing from the conversations going on, nothing. There's no noise.
Gone.
All right.
Complete
Well,
noise
Which-
deadening.
You would know
Um,
because of your investigation check is weird. That should not happen. In in a bar of this quality, it should not be that noiseless.
Listen, maybe they paid a
Suspicious.
local wizard. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that
You're
you
like, I
can
don't
think-
know, I don't care, I know I'm gonna get good sleep.
Yeah, you get a
Exactly.
great sleep. Do y'all
That's
want?
sus.
Is there anything else y'all want to do?
I would like to talk to Galloway one more time.
Okay, I'm still just chilling by this hog roast.
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
To build a friendship. I want
Build a
to ask
rapport.
them. I'd like to build a rapport, ask them about themselves.
Colossus. While
Uh,
y'all do that, I'm gonna run real quick to the bathroom.
okay.
Okay.
I got struck by lightning.
Where are you from? Which kingdom are you from?
Woods.
Did you have a side in the war?
There was a war?
I like this character. I like this.
My
I like
character,
it.
not only does my character have amnesia, she's from a hermit village. She doesn't know anything about this world.
Well, that's mind-boggling.
I'm just gonna
you-
very awkwardly long pause between woods. There was a war. What? I'm gonna after an awkwardly long pause, I'm gonna be like, what about you?
1,000-yard stare saying, "Don't worry about the war. It was a long time ago."
Like 40 years, but yeah.
That's why it's 1,000-yard stare of I know enough to know that I just say it's a long time ago. Don't worry about it.
They did not rent out
And
their
I'm just-
bedroom. No.
I'm just gonna blink wide-eyed, just
Huh?
And then I explain to them that I find them fascinating because I've never met anyone with a scar like that,
lightning.
and I think it's cool.
Thank you.
So
Wait,
what's
is your
Turn
character-
doing out at that?
Wait, are you
Yeah.
is your character male or female?
Female.
You would notice.
Call your character a lady knight.
Can I
You.
quickly point
High
in real
gold.
quick? You
Yeah.
would notice with your passive perception
Mm-hmm.
that every once in a while the tattoo kind of blinks a little bit. Not very
The
fast.
scar I have on my chest, it kind of glows
Yeah.
just a bit.
It's not very fast. It's in the sense of
It kind of fades in color, like brightness, like it kind of goes in and
almost
out.
like something breathing. But it's so faint. Like it's a minute.
I don't ask follow-up questions.
Yeah.
I have passive insight, so I'm going to read the emotions about when I ask about the scar to
Yeah.
see if I want to continue the conversation.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she would know anything more. What she told you is what she told you.
Okay.
I don't know shit,
Finish-
Captain.
I finished the conversation by talking about the day and small talk, getting to know them.
Okay. You'll
Okay.
small talk a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I also met Colossus going, this is gonna be a problem in the morning.
This is gonna be a problem
Very
in a
likely.
minute, because as you see, she's slowly starting. Oh yeah, that is insight, not perception. My bad, gold. Fuck off. Anyways,
I have both.
yeah, she has a high bofa.
Yes, I do.
You start to see Colossus is slowly lowering towards the table or the
The bar.
towards the bar. Like she's still above it by a good foot, but she's slowly lowering down.
Are they
Slowly.
sleeping?
You would have to get closer to tell. They're just staring. Their head is up,
Okay.
looking at a chandelier.
Then I stare at it with Galloway watching the pig, but I'm also watching Colossus.
Okay. I would say, so if nobody has anything more to do right now.
Nope, that's it.
Wow, Kellen, great use of that.
Yep.
Kellen just rolled a natural 20 for those aware. Who wants to know? He just wasted it. It's if anybody has anything more they would like to do within the next 2 hours before dinner.
Just gonna sit here and give awkward 1 to 2 word responses to the lady.
It's about this time that
I sit in silence.
Yeah.
I ask my 4 questions and I sit there enjoying peacefulness for once.
Yeah, it's about this time that Colossus is on the fucking bar. That you notice that the innkeepers are looking at him and like, okay, are we gonna move him? Is somebody else gonna move him? Because as you start to notice, this inn is starting to fill. Because you notice from outside, it's starting to get a little bit darker, and this is about the time that Torhath wanders in. As most of the tables are starting to fill up, as both of the innkeepers have taken the pig off the roasting stick and have taken it into the room behind the bar. And
Okay,
then
so
one of them comes
if
back
they've
out.
taken the pig away, I will probably notice that Colossus is now on the bar.
Yeah, Colossus is on the bar. The tiefling that none of y'all have asked the name of yet has came back out, and the halfling is still in the kitchen. You assume it's the kitchen because they took the pig there. But yes, this is about the time that Torhath would enter. Turn? Is there anything you would like to do?
I'll do a quick perception.
Okay, roll me a perception.
19.
You would notice there's about 19 people in here now. Yeah, there's more
I have
people
food
in
now.
this room now. As more people are starting to filter in, because as you would have noticed, the mine just closed for the day. As all the non-dwarves are leaving out of the mine. And most of the people in the inn right now are mostly just humans and humanoid beings. You see some elves, some halflings, some gnomes, some dwarves, surprisingly. You didn't even see them leave. There's a couple of smatterings of elves that were from the caravan. Not everyone who was in the caravan has even come to the inn. You would notice that at one of the at the bar, the person who was with you at the beginning, your leader for the convoy, is at the bar.
Can I go over and just pick up Colossus and just get him out of the way?
Yeah, it's not hard. Weighs about
Yeah.
like 20, 25 pounds.
Yeah, but is Colossus going to fight?
Can I tell...
Colossus looks up and just continues to look up. They are passed out, eyes opened.
He is gone.
He is
Can I
gone.
offer to Galloway just to put him upstairs?
Sure.
Um,
We'll hand off the ferry.
I assume you tell her. Oh, are you taking her upstairs?
No. I tell Galloway, why don't you take them upstairs? Here's the
Oh.
key.
Okay, I'll go
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, you tell her what room it is. You open one of the drawers and you see that there's extra blankets in them.
But
There's an
Just
extra
gonna-
bigger blanket in it.
You create a hammock.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna plop them down there. Actually, I'm just gonna
Yeah, they're just
Put them in the
zoomed.
drawer.
Yeah, we'll just
Put
in,
them in the
in the
drawer.
open drawer. In the open drawer.
Yeah, in the open drawer. I want to talk to the convoy leader
Okay.
because I want to figure out what the intentions of this entire convoy are.
Okay, you walk up to him and he's just sitting there drinking. He converses with the lady behind the bar, which you finally learn the name of because he calls her it by name. You learn her name is Marion Rivertree.
Rivertree?
Rivertree. As he calls her that when he gets up, in just conversation, she says something to him and he responds with a, "Oh, really, Miss Rivertree?" Not in an insulting way, just in a, "Oh, really," kind of way.
And
So they know each other.
They know,
Yeah.
yeah, you get the sense that they know each other. This is not the first time he's been there. And he has a mug of ale. And as you look down the counter, he has a different color mug of ale than anyone else. Everyone else is more of a darker tint, and his is more of a lighter.
I want to investigate the ale and why it's different.
It's just different. It's probably a different kind of ale.
No.
All right, roll.
I don't. What investigation, right?
Yeah, investigation.
I got a 20.
It's a different kind of ale.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
There goes the camera.
What type of ale, though? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's
Like,
just a higher quality.
Yeah, you would notice, especially being nodal, this is a very higher quality ale.
Is it cold?
As you're looking at it, he kind of looks over at you for a second, like side-eyes you and just continues talking to her. You wouldn't be able to tell whether or not it's cold.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the wooden mug, the wooden pints.
He's an elf, right?
He is, yes. He's a wood elf.
Doesn't make okay.
Wood elves are slightly different than high elves. They have slightly different features.
We haven't established if my character is a high elf or not.
Well,
I
that
thought
is.
you decided that she was a moon elf.
Oh yeah.
I just she's half elf. She hasn't disclosed any of that information to anyone.
Okay. Well, they
Fair
look.
enough.
They are a wood elf, so they're slightly different than the.
Then I look.
Yeah, they're slightly different looking than you.
Wait, sorry to interrupt. Are you a full elf or a half elf?
You don't
Half
know.
elf.
Oh,
Oh, I did not know that. I would have been treating you differently.
twinkle heart.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mhm.
as you
The
begin to walk
racism.
up, and you're getting a little bit closer to him, he's
That's
a
why
little
my
bit
character
more bulky.
everyone.
He's a
If
little
she's
more.
half elf, she treats everyone with kindness because she understands that not. Oh, yes.
Uh,
I
Sorry.
would like to say,
Yeah. You notice that he's a little more bulky than normal elves would have been. He looks a lot more traveled. He looks like he could probably take one of your comrades in a fight and might win.
Okay. I would like to know what instructions he was given for the convoy and why we're going to the other kingdom.
He looks at you and says, "Well, I was paid to bring half the convoy here, and then actually I believe it's a little more than half, and then the rest of you are going to the high city of the Ingrid Empire." And that was all I was told, and that's all I am supposed to be doing. That's what I was paid to do. Where y'all go from there is up to you. If you get off before then, is up to you. I am just paid to go from point A to B to C. And then if
I
anyone
asked
needs
him.
to go the other
I
way.
asked him if any certain I asked him. So he says only half the convoy is expected to go to the city.
You would. He says, yeah. Most of the people are staying here. Uh, actually, I think all of the people that were in the fight are supposed to be going all the way. But it's up to them if they do or not. All I know is you're the only one that was supposed to go all the way. That was a guarantee.
I write this down and I keep this knowledge in my back pocket.
You would already know this because you were very specifically put on this convoy.
Yes, but
Yeah,
about
you would already
everyone
know
else,
this.
that certain
Okay.
people are staying behind and others aren't. I'm keeping track of the
Yeah.
fact that half of the
If you
convoy.
want real numbers, it's probably about 25% are staying. Or 25 people are staying out of a convoy of 40.
Okay.
So,
I keep that number in my mind for information to write home to the head of my family this information and what I've learned so far on my quest.
yeah. Okay. Uh, the chat's roasting me again.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else? Are you just talking to him about it?
I am trying to figure out why everyone is on this quest.
Okay. It's not really. He looks at you when he says quest. It's not really a quest. It's more of just.
Well, I say convoy, but I'm
Yeah.
saying
Okay.
for the audience, this quest.
Yeah. Most of the people are just staying here because they're moving here. You would notice when you were looking at it that most of these wagons were full of furniture and building materials. There was a couple of families. You would have known when y'all stopped. There are about 5 to 6 kids that are just running around when y'all stop. You would have noticed that there's only really 2 other wagons of this caravan that are going all the way, and one of them's full of priests and a cleric.
Oh.
Yeah, they are going all the way to the high city. You don't know of the. Go ahead.
Does the head of the convoy know why?
I believe if I remember correctly, they're going to a temple in the high city, for their god. Uh, yeah, I don't exactly remember their god's name. It's not really something I cared about.
Are you saying that as a DM or as a character?
He says that as a character.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do a different voice. You're confusing me.
I'm not good at voices.
Just do a deeper voice.
Okay, I'll do a deeper voice.
If you're doing a character, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
if they're man or woman. Do deeper
Yeah.
voice. Okay, I take this information, I write it all down, I send it back.
You
And I keep
would
this-
not be able to send it back here.
But I have a bird.
Okay, but you still wouldn't be able to send it back in here.
Oh God, no! I'm writing it to send it back.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
Context. Spreading context.
I thought you were saying, I give this to my bird and she flies out the window. I'm gonna be like, okay, your bird smacks into
I'll
the
give
window.
this to my raven Ravel. Ravel, tell Uncle Petey I found him.
And
No,
your raven smacks into one of the windows because it doesn't see it.
I would never. And then I spot Turn's character walk in through the door from the statue.
Mhm.
And I go talk to them to figure out why they're on the convoy.
Okay, that's up to Turn. Turn, one thing you would know is your god is not the same one as the cleric's god, but they work in tandem.
Okay.
Yeah, they're kind of like they're not like,
Romulus and Rumulus.
no, I wouldn't say they're brothers in any faction. It's more of like they're both gods of knowledge and they both work together.
Okay.
Yeah, you alone would know that. So,
Would I know it, or would I have a feeling, just kind of based on what my background is?
you would, based on your background, and you would know. You've talked to them before.
Okay.
I would say that you're if you want to go with it, you could probably be on the same mission as them.
No. My original thing was just a way to get to the other side of the mountains, the
Okay.
easiest way. So
Yeah. Okay.
I'll stick with that.
I was just gonna give you that option,
You're good.
and then y'all can have y'all's conversation real quick.
So why are you on this convoy? Why are you going to the other kingdom?
New place to explore. New places to learn.
Mm-hmm. Is it religious or knowledge?
Both.
Mm.
Am I going to
What-
be coming back from upstairs around this time?
Yeah, you would have already been back downstairs by this time.
I'm going to ask, what's your background?
A wanderer.
You also
I
you don't have
traveled
to give
around-
information.
Go ahead.
You don't have to give information if you don't want to.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say a wanderer.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
short,
curious
simple answers as I'm walking to the tiefling there behind the bar.
Okay. She looks at you. Oop. I assume you're walking with him.
You with a look of, I don't trust you, but I take your answers for what they are because you seem like a
He's not.
Decent sort.
If you want to message me on this, if I'm wrong, he doesn't look like he's lying.
No.
still just trust him.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just saying it matter of factly and short is all.
You're saying it matter of factly, but with my background, I take it as what it is, but I keep a level of guard up, saying if this is true, but you haven't proven to me yet that you speak the truth.
The true.
You're speaking to a stranger, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
trying to.
y'all have interacted before, but not on a massive amount of time.
I'm gonna come out of my room area, having
Uh,
cleaned up,
Can-
and I'm
Cleaned
just
up from the road.
So Turn
Yeah.
is at the bar, so let's do him, and then we'll go to you, Kellen.
yes.
Turn. The barmaid looks at you and goes, "Yes, can I help you?"
Deeper voice.
No, I'm doing lighter.
No, deeper voice. We said all characters, deeper voice.
I want.
No.
Look, I'll do character voices if you want me to do character voices, but you don't get to decide what the character voices are, okay?
But you agreed to the deeper voices.
For males.
The woman.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the
I
woman.
got excited. Okay. Oh, it's just a woman.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
tiefling woman.
The tiefling is the woman.
was like, why is he making the man in a high-pitched voice?
Turn if you want to continue.
Sorry, continue.
I'll ask how much a communal room and dinner is per night.
A communal room and dinner would probably run you per night about 2.5 silver in total.
What's that? 2
Per
silver,
night.
5 copper.
2 silver,
Yep.
five copper.
All right, I'll give her 2 silver, 5 copper.
Okay.
Just for the one night.
Yeah, just do it every night, pretty much.
Yeah. Lauren, your character hears this and is just like, what? It's cheaper than yours.
Well, because it's the
What?
communal room.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he has a communal room. I don't take any offense to it.
Yeah. She tells you, most of the rooms on the first floor are communal. All the rooms on the right are communal. You can check each room and see if they're open. I believe the third room and the fifth room only have one person in them.
That's on the first floor.
Yes.
I'll go to the third room.
Okay. As you open the door, there's not really anybody in it right now. You
All
would
right,
get,
I'll just.
yeah, you would get the sense they're probably eating or about to be coming back from work.
I'll just throw my stuff on the empty bed there. The one
Yeah.
that looks.
There's about 4 beds in here, and only one of them has anything on it. You get the sense that the way to claim a bed is putting shit on it.
Yeah, and then I'll come back out to the bar.
It's about this time that you see more people have came out. Most of the tables are filled. And you begin to see that the halfling is carrying a huge cauldron. Like, this thing is about half his fucking size to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
and he's about 5 foot tall. So he's carrying this huge
Oh,
cauldron
he's
out.
taller than I am.
Yeah, he's taller than you, and he's the tallest halfling you've ever seen. The only reason you know he's a halfling is because of his ears,
Yeah.
which are slightly pointed.
He got them halfling ears.
Yeah, he got them halfling ears.
Them hashling flashers.
Yeah. You see as
Ashley.
Marion goes, "Oh, honey, let me help," and he goes, "No, I got it," as he sits it on these prongs that are behind the bar. As you see, Marion starts picking up bowls and stuff from up beneath the bar that have already been there. As you see, she scoops out these almost soup-like stews that you see pretty good chunks of meat, carrots, and other food items.
Potato.
Some potatoes. Not really
Any
a lot.
barley.
No, not any barley.
Hmm.
It's not very much green. It's more of just potatoes and meat. There's a couple of carrots. And she says, "All right, how many people are getting food?" As most of the people in there raise their hands, and she starts carrying out trays to each table, filling them up one by one. Each one gets a different one. I mean, like, there's 3 people at one just laughing hysterically at somebody's joke. There's a couple of them that have 5. There's just a smattering of people. Dwarves, humans, elves, all kinds of people in here. And it's not like dwarves only at one table either. I mean, there's one like that,
Yeah.
but it's everybody works
It's-
in the mine here. They're all friends.
Yeah, they're
40-year-old and
they're
20-year-old
largely
working
intermingled.
together.
Yeah.
Weird.
Most of the bar is not touched, but it's starting to fill up. As
I'm gonna have a seat at the bar.
as the 3 people who have paid for food, that would be Liliana, Galloway, Lillian, Galloway, and Torhath are she puts bowls in front of where you are standing at the bar. As she puts she puts a slightly bigger bowl in front of what the fuck did I name that guy? Connell. You get the sense that they're friends.
Yeah.
So,
Are they fucking?
huh?
No, she's married.
Could have a extramarital affair.
No. They
They're
just
just
look to be
friends.
friends.
I guess
As-
I'll, as I come out of my room area, I'll join the people I know at the bar.
Yeah, there's a couple of seats left. You
Yeah,
take
well,
one of them.
Sit over there with Torhath and
Yeah.
Lillian and
She
Galloway.
says
Galloway.
it's 5. She looks at you and says it's about 5 copper for good ale and a good food, and about 3 copper for ale and a bowl.
2.5 gold for my room, and I don't get dinner.
You
You
can
paid
haggle.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I paid
Yeah,
2.5
that's the
gold
room
for 2
price.
weeks. All right,
They're trying to make money,
You
dude.
can haggle.
You gotta haggle.
Fine. All right, how much for dinner for each night?
Yeah, fuck you. I'm not doing that math.
That's fair. What did you say it was?
It's 5 copper for a good meal and good ale. So that's a plate of a bigger bowl of whatever the fuck this stew is.
5 times 14.
Yeah. With
While he's doing
good
the
ale
math,
and good
70.
70.
70 copper.
70 copper, which is about some amount of silver.
7.
Yeah, 7
Yeah.
silver.
I'll just hand 7 silver over.
Okay. She takes it, puts it in her purse.
Or a
She
gold.
sits-
I guess it would be a gold, and then I get my change back.
You notice that it's not actually Marion this time that hands you the stuff. She's out waiting tables and stuff. The halfling takes your money, puts it underneath the counter a little bit, and then hands you back 5 silver. Or no, 3 silver.
Yep.
You notice you got different ale this time. This one actually is a little bit lighter and a little bit colder.
So, how's everyone doing tonight?
I have my snout practically buried in this bowl, so
Yeah,
I have to like pull out to say.
I am of no.
And then keep eating.
You would have
First, so
been
I'm
given.
eating.
You would have been given
Very
as your
formally.
free meal. You would have been given good ale, but a bowl, a smaller bowl.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I'm
I
guzzling
don't
this bowl.
drink, so I offer my ale to Varys.
yeah. Torhath, you
In-
would have been given a good. You would have been given regular ale in a regular bowl.
I mean, I'm not going to say no. Thank you.
Hey, can I just
I don't
clarify?
drink-
I am drunk upstairs,
In a drawer.
completely out of
Yeah.
it.
You're
Yeah.
drunk.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you're,
just
and
gonna
Drunk
sit
locked
upstairs, incapacitated in a
door.
drawer.
And we lock the door so that no one can get in.
yeah.
You're safe up there.
Or get out.
Or get out.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
No,
no,
no.
it's
They could get out. We left the key behind because we would know that if they got
You
up,
were
and they
given
wanted to get
one
out.
key.
So they're he's just locked in there. He's fine.
Y'all are locked out. Somehow you were
No, we
able to
have-
lock the door.
No, I have the key.
Then we have
He's
then
just.
they have the key. But no,
I have
if
the
it's
key.
2 beds. If it's 2 beds in a room, they give you 2 keys.
They were assuming you were the party together.
Yeah.
So
No, we'd established in that we weren't, so they would have given us 2 keys in that moment. You never
Well-
clarified that they only gave us 1 key.
Okay, you can have your 2 keys.
Anyway,
Thank
I
you.
just
All right. Hey,
I just
so where's
wanted to-
where's Short Stack at?
Was put to bed after they fell onto the bar.
Drawer.
there's just like faint crying from upstairs.
No, you're drunk, and you're such in a good drunk that you're best night's sleep you've ever had. No dreams, no
great.
nothing.
We tucked them all in,
Yep.
and we put their little wolf helmet on the table so that they could see it in the morning.
Gold said those are expensive. Fuck you, gold. Keys are expensive. Yeah, keys are expensive. They're not good. They're not gold keys. No,
I
they're
turned
fucking
to
regular.
Varys and I asked them, "What brings you on this convoy?"
Business.
What business are you in?
What do I find people and I find things. I work for my father. I was told that there's business in the city, and Flaw. What's the name of the city we're going to again? Shit.
High City.
Yeah, he has something for me to do in High City. He told me I'll find out when I get there.
And if anyone wants to point out that's not a creative name for a city, go fuck yourself.
It works.
Look at Britain and tell me why all their rivers are named River.
No, they're
Latin.
not.
Literally.
Yes, they are.
Latin.
They're named River Avon, which is River.
Don't forget about
one
Hill.
river.
Yeah. So.
Well, don't talk about Dunhill like that.
Hill.
Don't talk about
So,
Dunhill.
yeah. Don't give me shit
so-
about my names.
I actually have a tattoo of the coordinate points of Dunhill in Scotland, which means Hill.
Hill.
I love that for
Anyways,
you.
back to the D&D.
The English didn't understand Gaelic and didn't understand that Dun means hill.
Yeah.
So
How
yeah,
Avon got started too.
That's
So you're
yeah.
going to hide.
I don't know. I'm being sent there for business.
Let me know if you need any help.
Mm,
I have contacts
no,
in the city if you need them.
I'm pretty sure you probably don't have the same contacts, and you would. I don't expect you to get your hands dirty like this.
I'm gonna turn with like squinted eyes over to Lillian and be like, "What are you going to the city for?"
Pleasure.
Roll a deception check. And each of you can roll a
12.
perception if you want to see.
Okay.
Is it perception or is it insight?
Insight. My bad. I'm sorry.
Insight.
Yeah. If it's the same
I have-
number,
I got
Galloway
a
just
19.
Okay.
I got a 10.
I got a 20.
Yeah. So, Turn, is it the same number for your insight? The same plus?
Good chance. I rolled the insight and it was a 20. That's
Okay.
the one I gave you there.
Galloway and Torhath, she's lying.
Okay.
No.
Not really fully lying, but a little bit. And
There's more to the story.
there's
Yes,
more to the
there's
story.
more to the story. I just say pleasure.
Varys, you believe her.
I'm on my third ale, and it's really
My-
not my business. So
My guard is
it's
up.
fine.
So I say pleasure as a catch-22 because I'm not ready to divulge why fully yet.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
When I state that, I just say pleasure. I'll let you know more.
I looked down at the mug of ale that she gave me, but you don't drink? Fair enough.
Oh, that's right. I have ale, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Only
Well,
after
can I
you
chug it?
finish gargling down your soup,
Well, if you want to chug
your
it.
stew.
Practically
I look in. Can I roll to know Varys's family's business, like the history of it and what it does?
Sure, bud.
I'm just gonna chug my ale. Just.
27, motherfucker.
27. You have heard of his business. They are private investigators. Kellen, would you like to tell her what your business does?
So, father son, private investigative services. I'm not going to say that they're criminals, but they're just on that side of it. They're just on that legal side.
Mm-hmm.
Find missing things, find missing people.
They're a bit sketch. But
I'm
you
doing
know,
something for stream.
But we're
okay?
not. But listen, we're not out murking people. But if something shady needs to be done, we're not above doing it.
fair enough.
I say
But
that.
but
I
we're
say to
generally
that-
good at what we do.
What I say to that is bend as many laws as you can. You don't really break them unless you get caught.
No witnesses, no crime.
Fair play.
I like look up from my drink and food to say no witnesses, no crime.
If y'all would like, I have just put ambient noise in the stream, and I will send you the link.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I will send you the link to the ambient that I'm currently using.
Very
The
nice.
link to the ambient noise, not the link to the stream. Let's get this clear.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I speak to Mr. Emberfall.
If
Yeah.
the stream
Knowing the
starts getting
history,
loud, if the music starts getting loud there, chat, just tell me and I'll turn it down.
Understanding the history of his family business, I understand that I'll need to look into them more deeply as to what my background is. It's a concern as I know all the underworld.
What is it, Bug?
Are you saying this to me?
No. What I say
Okay.
to you is, I haven't heard of you. Are you new?
Meh.
How long have you been in business?
Like total?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been doing this for about 10 years.
Mm-hmm. And are you registered
With who?
with
Yeah,
the
that's-
guild?
There's
Not really a
there's
guild
not
for
really
that.
a guild for that.
Yeah.
Well,
Listen,
it's not.
Is he
we
registered
listen.
with law enforcement?
Listen, we
Yeah.
pay our business taxes that we're required to pay.
Fair enough.
I inquisit due to my background, which I will disclose, being House of Revel to Emberfall.
Caleb
But
would know what
say that
is.
again, please.
I'm from the House Revel.
Okay. So, Emberfall is my human dad's name. So,
Mhm.
I don't even know my mother's side.
Mm-hmm.
He's very racist against elves.
I'm not racist against elves.
Yes, you are.
This is an actual conversation that you are having.
Race.
I am.
Yes.
So, listen, I'm not part of the elven politics.
And I state, neither am I. I'm just trying to see if you know my family's business, if you've been working in the fine people business, as my family as well.
To my knowledge, we've never dealt with your family. Sorry.
They haven't.
That's a shame.
No?
He's
Maybe
more
that
small
can
scale than
change.
you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're more like, hey, my husband went missing. Can you find the bastard?
That'll be 5
And
gold,
I'm
please.
the heir to the throne has gone missing. We don't know where he is. Oh, he's with a prostitute. Make her disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, for enough gold.
I mean, there's really not an heir to the throne right now, so. But yeah, understandably, what you just said was accurate.
I like Emberfall. I get inquisitive about who his mother is, so I add another line note to send home to see if I can find more information.
Lord, did you ever ask Galloway why she's here? I can't remember if you did.
Yes, I did.
You
Okay.
don't. No.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I'm just traveling with them. I'm just here. Also, for context, while I was laughing because my brother texted me, love that you're just big chilling in bed. So thank you, Kyle.
So.
Is there...
Yeah, no, I'm just, traveling.
Yeah.
Business. Torhath. Hey, what were you doing with that statue all this time?
Please
It
tell me you
intrigued me.
statue.
Okay.
Did you touch the statue?
You were there.
You've touched it a few times. You've touched around the base, wiping away some of the dirt and grime. You've touched some of the vines, and they're natural. You touched at the statue a couple more times, just feeling whether or not it was just a soft spot. And no, it's entirely softer than the rest of the stone.
Touched its butt.
He didn't. That's up to him.
He touched the butt. Touched the butt.
Not gonna put more energy into it than I want to.
Yeah.
Fair
And
enough.
since that is higher up, I will not.
Yeah. You'd have to stretch to do it, which would look awkward.
Ew. We continue discussion about the statue and how odd it is.
Hold on. Marion, in one of her few times behind the bar tonight, looks at y'all and say, "Oh, are y'all talking about the statue?"
Yes.
Yeah, they're all intrigued by it.
You know, Mike,
It's interesting.
it is interesting. One of y'all roll me just a persuasion check to see how much she likes y'all. Just one of you.
Wait, who has the highest plus on persuasion?
I have
got
a
4.
+3.
I have a
I have a
4.
Wait, no, hang on.
But
I
That's
have
perception.
a +4.
Persuasion, I have a +4.
Okay.
Oh,
Can we
does she
all
do?
roll and then go with the highest?
I'm just gonna
No.
roll.
I will
I got a
defer.
12.
Can I roll?
Okay. She says, "You know, my family has a story about that statue."
Can I
Lean in
push
close.
further?
I'm very interested.
Should I roll
For what?
to learn more about why her family knows?
You can ask her. You don't have to roll for that. You can just ask her straight up.
What does your family know about the statue?
Well, according to my grandmother, when she first moved in, there was a story around these parts about the statue, in that it said that the statue was a cursed bard who was cursed by a fae, but that's all we were able to find out.
I feel like the statue is alive.
Well,
The
it
vibes.
said, my grandmother told me once, if you look at the statue long enough, for a few days you'll see it blink. But of course my grandmother was weird, so she starts to walk off cleaning the bar and starting to take bowls and stuff up from, patrons who are done eating, and refills jugs, takes coins, starts to move back out from behind the bar.
That's right. She refills drugs, not alcohol.
Fuck. Fuck. She refills.
You did hear that right.
She refills the alcohol.
The ale.
The ale.
I turned to Galloway as they previously retracted around the statue, asking, "Did you learn something different than what was told?"
It was not stone. I'm just gonna be all weird about it.
1,000-yard stare telling us it's not stone.
Yeah.
I get freaked out at this, and my character says in a loud statement, "I'm not going near that thing." Nope. Not yet.
Yeah. All right.
Fair.
I'd say it's been about an hour or two now. Some people have left, started to go
We've all
home.
munched.
Yeah, y'all have ate. Some people have left. Some people have been carried out. Some people are still drinking. There's a few dwarves that are just having a ruckus at one of the
They're
tables.
just going at it.
Yeah, they're just going at it. There's like 4 or 5 mugs at their table right now per person.
Oh, they are really just guzzling.
Yeah,
them.
they're guzzling.
My character doesn't drink.
Yeah. You've been given water. They have fresh water.
Very nice.
So you have water. Your plates have already been taken to and brung back. The pot is still there. It's still out, and they stir it every once in a while. You notice that the spit that it's on top of has been replaced now over the fire, and it's a stand so it can hold the cauldron on it. so that the cauldron can stay above the fire, and they just slowly turn it every once in a while. Yes.
Galloway. Question.
How how far from the river is this inn?
Hold on.
Which building would it be on the map there?
On the map, it's the biggest building.
The long one.
The long one or the tallest one?
I'd
Green
imagine
roof
it's
or
the
yellow roof?
biggest one on the first one on the left on that first road from the side we would have came in. Yes.
The green
no,
one?
No, that's the stable.
That's the stable.
No, no, no. On the left after the big river.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the blue topped 3-story building.
2-story one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That looks green to me.
I'm sorry. That was the only thing they had.
Sure.
That I could.
Okay, so it's where I thought
I'm,
we were.
I'm just clarifying because it looks green to me. I want to make sure I'm talking about the right one.
Yeah. Opa, no.
Can I, before we go to bed,
Hold on.
I
I have to update things. Things didn't get updated. Oh no.
He
don't know.
he
I'm
marked
old.
everything.
Yeah, everything just got murked for a hot second.
Rest in pieces. Before we go to bed, I'm gonna go take a dip in the river.
Yeah, it's not far.
Okay, just fully clothed. Well, I mean, I maybe take my little cloak off. I'm just gonna take a dip in the river and just like roll around in it, and then crawl back out, and then walk back inside the inn, just dripping wet. Just taking a little bath, you know.
Yeah, it's not far.
I wait till Galloway gets in the room to go to sleep. Is there an ability to get onto the roof?
You would have to roll a few dexterity checks, but yes, kind of. The wood's not exactly perfect. It's not, board. There's bits and pieces of it that you probably could climb up.
Okay,
If you
I
really wanted to.
Instead, I create a hammock in the room
Mm-hmm.
where I'm not fully asleep and I'm not fully awake.
Okay.
I'm in like
Just
As a half elf, you really only need about 4 hours of sleep.
nice.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you really don't need a full 8 hours, so you can like go in and out the whole night and be fine.
I only sleep 4 hours, so as soon as Galloway's back in the room, I lock the room and put a chair underneath the door handle and put a bell on top as well. Galloway, thinking I'm paranoid, I say, trust.
gonna nod and just flop down on the bed and then
Alright.
curl up.
Oh, if y'all want to go to the stream, y'all want to see a magic trick?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hold on, I have to remember which one it is. There you go. Ta-da! Clean in.
Nice.
So pretty.
You have no idea how long it took to figure that shit out.
What I missed.
I love that for you.
You notice some of the who's gonna be
Oh.
like the last one going to bed? I
I
would assume.
guess myself.
Okay.
Lillian.
You two would notice then that they've cleaned up. Most of the pot's gone, but they're still gonna leave it over the fireplace. It's probably gonna be breakfast too. And they've actually put some of the chairs up. Like, not as many chairs are out anymore. They've put a few of them up because they expect some people to, nobody's gonna come at night. Not really, and not in this town.
Flaw, what is happening with the stream and
Talking
The
alcohol?
no. I don't know what you hit, but you replaced all 3 of the video feeds
Yeah, I know.
except for yours. Okay, just making sure.
I fixed it.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that.
That was when I said he marked the stream,
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
Yeah.
or he marked it.
Yeah. So the inn pretty much closes for the night.
Off to bed.
Yeah, is everybody gonna go to bed?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I need to do a thing.
Wait, before going to sleep, I do check on Colossus that they're still breathing by putting a mirror underneath their nose.
Yeah, they're still breathing. They are zooted. You do notice a little bit of like dribble going down from their mouth.
That's
Aw.
beautiful.
He's almost like cradling the fucking axe. He has it in both hands by his on his side, just holding it.
That is
Hold on, I have to
adorable.
roll something real quick.
You've got to
Okay.
roll. I don't like that.
Okay.
I put a chair underneath the door handle and
Yeah.
a bell on.
Yep.
Try and play me.
Nothing happens. It's about 6-7 hours later. Everybody gets a full rest. Y'all wake with sunrise. Although some of you don't really notice it's sunrise yet. You see some light coming in under the door. A little bit more.
Because we don't have windows.
You don't have windows. Colossus wakes up around this time. Not as hungover as you would expect, but still like a little groggy from all the grog. And it is a fresh new day in the inn. It's a little quieter. Yeah. It's a little quieter than it was last night. Not as many people are up. I'd say it's probably about 7 in the morning. You do hear noise downstairs, but it's not loud. There's just like 7, 8 people down there right now.
What snacks you got there?
Sorry, I didn't.
Me
He's
too.
munching.
No, I'm saying to
Hidden
follow
Valley.
what snacks.
Oh, Hidden Valley's
Like,
good.
what snacks do you got? Like, what food is down there?
You would notice that there is still the stew on the top of the fire. That is an option. But as you go to sit down, you know, some of the chairs have been put back. It seems that they put a few of the chairs up for the night just in case nobody comes for cleaning purposes. And they rearranged the chairs. If you look, like, all the tables now have 4 chairs on them like they're supposed to. You get the feeling they weren't supposed to be as separate as they were last night.
Yeah. People just grab chairs.
Yeah, there's a couple of people milling about still. A few people at a couple of tables with some food.
Is there any, like, do they have any bread here? Like little, like, bread rolls?
If you go back up to the bar, you can ask, and they say they have actual breakfast food. They got eggs and bacon, of course. Obviously, they have pigs. You can ask, and it's like a copper for breakfast.
Okay, I'll have that.
Yeah.
I'll take it outside.
You notice the town, especially in the morning, is busy.
Yeah.
As you walk outside, it is people going and moving. People are going towards the inn. There's somebody, or not the inn, the mine. You're pretty close to the mine, so you hear people yelling at the mine. You hear what almost sounds like a steam bell, but you know it, or to give you the indication of what the sound's like. As you see smoke start billowing from the top of the, what you assume to be the forge. As the city and mine is kicking up for the new dawn. It is the 13th of the fall month.
The fall month.
I don't have a name for fall yet. I don't have any months yet. Doop-a-doop. It is the year of 796.
Time is just a concept constructed by men.
Yeah.
The patriarchy.
What did I have it set as? Hold on, I have to pull something up. I gotta remember what the fuck I have time in this world as.
Are there apples nearby?
Time is on the Babylonian system.
Yeah, you can ask. They have apples.
No, outside apples. Just.
Right. It's YAS. Is their year system?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes. Years after war, right?
Years after separation.
Ah.
Most of you don't know what the separation is. So
Can I roll for history on the separation?
sure.
You're gonna get pissed off with me.
Nope, because you're gonna get pissed off with me in a second.
Because he's not gonna tell you.
24. Oh.
No, he has to tell you.
Yeah. Let's just say
You can send it to me in a chat if you don't
no.
want everyone else to know.
Yeah, it's fine. You can tell them. I will assume you will tell. I will assume this
I don't
is a
want to
natural.
tell them.
I
I
don't
don't
give a
want to
fuck.
tell them.
This would be something that's known, but you would get more knowledge about it that I will tell you. It's years after separation, after the gods have taken more of a step back. Like, they still intervene.
Do we know the god's name?
All the gods have stepped back. Not just a god.
Oh,
All. Yeah. It's a big deal that they stepped back. And it's not like they completely, like, hands-off situation. It's more of a...
They're gone.
They're not gone. They intervene if they need to, but they're not as hands-on as they used to be.
They just don't care as much anymore.
No, it used to be that you could meet a god on a road and physically interact with the gods, and all your characters would know. Go ahead.
It's like they've returned to Mount Olympus and they can't talk to humans anymore.
They can talk. Gods have still been able to talk to people. It's just
yeah, but they can't like physically come down and.
It's more of a indirect approach than a direct approach. Not much is still remembered about the time before. The history or surrounding that is murky. Even your history around it that you would know is murky. And some of your, relatives, nearby relatives, would have been alive, and even their memory about the situation is murky. You would have gotten the sense that most people don't like talking about what happened. Or most people just don't know what happened anymore. So, it is a new day. It is a new dawn. The city's going wild. There is some apple trees, but they're far over, and it looks like they haven't started sprouting. It's just after season for them. So.
This is bullshit. Then it's not fall.
I thought most apples bloom in like early fall, late summer.
It's early fall.
Yeah, this is like mid fall.
Not where I am. They don't start until like November. Dropping.
I'm pretty sure it's early fall here.
I don't fucking know. Look, man, do you think I looked this shit up? Don't bring up random things. I don't know when apples fall.
Give her an apple.
You can ask. They have apples at the bar.
I'm not paying for an apple.
They probably wouldn't make you. It'd be like a half copper. They don't have half coppers. You didn't ask.
Okay. Okay, I asked for an apple, and then I used my dagger to slice it.
Okay, they give you an apple. They say, oh, we could have had it pre-sliced. Okay. It's like apple season was like a week ago.
I'm chilling outside eating my breakfast.
It's late fall, early winter. It's before the onset of winter. Slight flaw.
Late flaw.
Late flaw.
Okay, flaw.
The worst season.
The worst season.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's late fall, early winter. As of current.
Okay,
hey, Colossus, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm
hungry.
Nursing a headache. I've also taken an apple because apparently this is going on, and I am too much of a headache state to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm hungover eating what I can.
It's a pretty big fucking apple. You're gonna probably eat about half of it, if that. You're hungry though, so you did eat about half of it.
Yeah.
I'd offer him a little piece of my bacon if he would like.
Oh, that would be delicious. Yeah, Galloway. Yes, I'm.
Just
pasta steaks. Nom.
Hell yeah, nom.
So we meet up as a Are we all in separate places right now, or are we all in the tavern for breakfast?
Yeah, all of you are
I'm chilling-
basically in the tavern. She's at the front door.
Yeah, I'm like at the front door.
Yeah. I would say
You're the only people I know, so I'll sit.
Yeah,
with
I
you.
would say the double doors for the front door are open and just letting in the morning air. You see a few of the windows that can actually open are pulled up. You see that the door through the kitchen is open, and there's a door behind that door further back that's also open, just letting a breeze through.
Okay.
I mean, it's not cold. I would say it's probably
Are we
a
gonna
good.
go investigate the town?
Yeah, or that's up to y'all. I would say it's probably a good 60, 65 degrees. So it's not cold, but it's starting to.
I thought you were saying it was gonna be a good 60 to 65 minutes to investigate the town.
I mean, it's gonna be longer than that to investigate a whole town, but
Yeah, you're gonna be here for an hour.
yeah.
For another hour.
No. Y'all can leave out if y'all want. Y'all can take your breakfast to go. Y'all are mostly done with breakfast by this point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do things to kill time. I am not interested in the statue until somebody starts forcing me into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, PCM,
Yeah,
do you still have the image of the statue?
I do, but I hate it. And it's
Okay.
ugly.
No, let us see it. I bet
No,
it's
no,
so
no, no.
pretty.
Oh no, I'll draw a better one. That one, it like I was on a time crunch. No,
No, it's
I'll
okay.
draw-
We'll wait till next time.
Yeah.
No, we'll wait. We'll be patient.
Yeah.
We'll be patient. Patience is a virtue.
Yeah. As y'all.
Okay, what are we doing now? We're all finished breakfast. We're all kind of
Yep.
just figuring out what to do. What's next, Flaw?
That's up to you, dog.
I
I don't really tell y'all what to do. Y'all tell
Yeah.
me what y'all are doing.
I don't know. I'm just getting tired. That's all.
Oh. Well, I mean, y'all are in the city for 2 weeks. It's
Yeah.
really up to y'all what y'all want to do.
I guess just go wander around, see what's in
Yeah.
the city.
I'm gonna go sniff around
Before
the
y'all
mine.
exit out the building, oh god, I continuously forget his name. I just named
Who's?
the guy. Cornell tells y'all, hey, if y'all are looking for work during these 2 weeks, you can always talk to the person in charge of the farm down the road, the horse farm.
The spider horse farm?
Yeah, the farrier.
With the spider horse?
Yeah, he's like, he's
with the
always
many
looking
spider
for people.
horses?
Of course he was last time. He was having people build the fences, but he's probably still need work now. Or you could talk to the foreman at the mine. He might have something he can give y'all to do.
Mining and farming.
Well, yeah, that's not necessarily
really.
what y'all would be doing,
Not really
but
my expertise.
they are basically the two people to talk to about doing shit in the town.
Yeah.
You get the sense
If they
that's
need
where the
odd
money
jobs.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, group. Show of hands. Who wants to go to the mine and who wants to go to the weird, freaky spider horse things?
Weird, freaky spider horse things.
I was planning going to the spider horses.
All right, that's 2.
That's 3.
3.
3 out of 5.
That's the majority. Lead on.
Yep, I'm undecided, and I stand quietly at the back, letting everyone else decide. Staying in the shadows and mysterious.
Okay. I'm just gonna start walking there. I don't care what y'all decide. I'm just going.
As y'all start walking, you notice that people are headed towards the mine. It's most of the people. It's starting to calm down. As many people, like 5, 6 people, are actually headed towards the mine at this point.
Yeah.
It's the people who are like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Yeah, they're very late and they're about to get in big trouble with the foreman.
They're very late and the foreman is gonna be pissed. You get the sense that you were supposed to be there by 8, and it's probably about 8:39.
Okay, so we walk.
Yeah, you would recognize a couple of them as 2 of the people who were carried out of the bar last night.
Fuck yeah.
Forgetting they had work tomorrow. As y'all cross over the bridge, it's a pretty wide river. It's a deeper blue than you're used to for a river, especially one filled by mountain streams. You would notice that you would kind of expect the forge and stuff to be dumping shit into the river, and they don't. The river actually
Yeah, I
looks.
know. I swam in it last night. It was
Yeah.
fine.
The
Good
river.
for them.
It definitely has shale and stuff. Like they might be.
But that's natural.
They're dumping some of the material from the mountain out here, but they're not really dumping nasty shit out. You could
Yeah.
imagine that this is how most of the city gets their water, especially considering.
Yeah, so they try to take care of
Yeah.
it.
Especially if you look down, you can see kind of behind the forge and the mill that there is a freshwater, fresh snow melt that comes down right next to the mill into the water.
Yeah.
As you get closer, you start to see more webbing around the fences, and you start to see the spider horses again. As you see a few of them still munching on grass. One of them found, an apple that just fell. Somebody threw an apple in there for some of them. There's a
These
leg
things.
on stream.
What I miss?
My back hurts.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
understandable. Look at the webs
No, I
on
was in a
those
car
things.
accident, so I have a bad back. Leave me
You
alone.
you would notice that they still have 4 legs, but they have 4 additional spider legs.
Are they widow legs or are they big legs?
No, they touch the ground when the horse is standing.
So they're like horses, but 6 of them.
Yeah, they look the 4 of the
Hooves
legs look
look like-
more spider-like than horse-like.
Okay, so we get there. Do we meet the farmer?
Yeah, he's out tending, checking the fence lines, and just every once in a while you just hear him tap 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 as a couple of the pieces of wood get pushed up because horses do be horses.
Horses do be horsing.
Horsing. They be horsing.
And you do notice that there is a small portion across that actually has regular horses in it, where most of your caravan's horses are, because they're just separated for some reason. And he's not probably about 20, 30 feet off the road from y'all. It's a human-looking male, probably in his late 60s. He's just out there tapping
Grandpa.
away. No, I wouldn't say Yeah, probably about grandpa. Yeah, older than Kellen, barely.
Poor Kellen.
Yeah, he's just out there. Took, moves on. Took. Pets one of the horses behind the ear, carefully
Yeah.
avoiding some of the eyes.
I'm not gonna engage in interaction with this man because I don't engage in interaction with people unless they interact with me first. So would one of you like to take over?
I'm trying to think of what my character would do in this situation.
You're just chilling.
As
Or
one
like,
of the spider,
yo, that's a weird fucking horse.
yeah, as one of the spider horses lifts its head up, looks at all of you. Each one of the eyes are separately on one of you. They'd look up at you and go. They blink, or only like 4 of the eyes actually blink. The rest just stare at you as it goes back to munching grass.
All right. I'm gonna walk over towards the farmer and just be like,
He's in the fence.
What
You
are
can get
they?
close to him.
"Yeah, that's fine.
He-
What
he-
are they?"
He walks over to you and he goes, "Oh, they're spider horses. We haven't came up with a
Okay.
better name yet. They're just spider horses."
Where do they come from?
Well, ma'am, that's a trade secret. I can't really tell you that because they're not easy to get.
What help do you need on your farm?
Well, it depends. Are you looking to go fetch, or are you looking for work? Are you looking to just help
for
out with
work.
well, are you looking to help around the farm, or are you looking to go find stuff for me?
What type of stuff are you looking for?
Well, one of the brood mares ran off a couple of days ago, and I really haven't had the time to go looking for her.
The fuck is
Fair
that?
enough.
Didn't the spider horses disappear?
Yeah. Yeah. He says brood
A broodmare is a breeding mare.
Yeah.
It's just a female horse that breeds.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a cow farm and a horse farm.
It's a cow farm.
Fair enough.
It's a cow
Um,
farm.
There's gonna
Just
be
a cow.
cows.
Is
There's gonna be
is
cows
there some
outside.
kind of Is there some kind of check I can make to see, like, where the fuck these things come from?
Hey, yeah, make a history check. Podunk
I can do
voice.
the history check. I have a +7.
If you want to make it
Okay, you do
separately, you
that.
can.
I have a +2. I'm gonna make it.
I have a
Okey-dokey.
24.
A 24?
I got a 12.
Okay, so what the fuck are these things?
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah, you're gonna
For both of you.
history of them.
You don't know
Both of
anything.
us are just like, what the fuck? Okay.
Word hasn't really hit your ears about where the fuck they come from or anything about them. This is new fucking shit to you.
All right, Mister, what was your name? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Fuck.
Mr. Farmer.
Hold on, I gotta think.
Come on with a good name for the spider horse farmer.
And go to horse.
What
Spider
do
horse farmer name.
Hold on.
Clyde.
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 That's a lot
Just
of
call him Bubba.
Clyde Orb Weaver. You could do Clyde Orb Weaver.
My name is what they call Tim.
Him.
All right, Tim.
Oh, is Tim dim as fuck?
First thing I need to know: how much are you looking to pay to find this horse?
We can work out a deal. If you find the broodmare, I can give you 2 spider horses.
I really would prefer not a spider horse.
Well,
They're
I kind of want a
useful.
spider horse. I'm gonna ask about the history of them.
well,
and I'm gonna ask about what the advantages they are against normal horses,
Okay.
and why they're bred.
Okay. Well, I can't tell you where they originally come from because I'm sworn to secrecy about that. Somebody better get my reference to the fucking name Tim, and I'm gonna be so mad.
I got it.
Nobody. Thank you,
Or
sir.
Monty Python, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
Very
They called
complicated.
me
Tim.
Tim.
Very complicated name. Well, ma'am.
Their advantages to horses.
There's advantages. You see, a spider horse, just like a spider, can go up anything. Usually the reason we have them around here is because they're pretty good at, carrying people up to the top of the mountains. And
Why do people need to go up to the top of the mountain?
well, occasionally some people will go up there for dares, or some people like going up there for, just to get into the
Deer?
snow melt. Dare.
A dare.
Yeah, they go up there for a dare.
So
some of the dwarves like to go up there because they're trying to build a series of vents so they can vent out their city when it's done. Yeah, if you want to do that, go Bug.
Okay. I'm gonna
Roll
Ca-
a religion check.
Okay.
And just tell me the number.
do it.
Oh no! I got an 8.
Nothing. You don't get a fucking cents back.
None. Got it.
Yeah, some of the dwarves like to go up there
Out
for
to
the
lunch.
to make the vents for their city that they're building. He does the quotations because he doesn't believe they're building a city down there, but he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's a farmer.
Is he racist against dwarves? Can I inquire if he's racist
With
against
your
dwarves?
natural insight, no, he just doesn't believe that they're building a city down there. He just thinks it's a normal mine.
Can I ask why the history of
Ask about the statue.
when they started making spider horses?
Well, we started making them having them about 30, 40 years ago.
But the town's only been around for 200 years.
No, the town's been around for about 70 years.
70 years, okay.
Yeah, give or take a few. It depends on when the definition of when it was a town was.
Okay. Then I'm gonna ask the history of the statue as well.
Let Bug go real quick.
I was just gonna say like I'm gonna nudge her on like the arm and say ask about the statue.
Oh, he says, oh, that old thing? Yeah, that's been there for a while.
I
Marion
have-
at the town inn has a rumor about it. I don't really believe that it was a person. It's just a weird statue.
What's the history of the rumor?
Well,
we already asked about the rumor.
yeah, you've already asked.
Yeah, but we did ask it to the barmaid, not to the farmer.
Well, the thing about it is I was around when her grandmother was around here. Her grandmother was what you would call weird. She said she spoke to the Fae, which there ain't been Fae in this part as long as I've been alive. She said she spoke to them and that her, whatever the statue's name is, I can't even remember at this point, insulted some big Fae being over there, and he turned him into a statue. That's all I can remember about it.
I'm literally
there-
right here.
Is there a
What?
kind of check I can roll about the Fae? Also, PCM said I'm literally right here because our character is a fairy.
Ah!
Like literally
What the
right
fuck?
here.
Oh.
What incarnation?
What incarnation is that? As you see, all the spider horses' heads, foo, looking at y'all. Like, all their heads pop up when he yells. They're all looking at you like,
Oh,
what the fuck?
I
They
look
look
at
at you.
Galloway
They all look at you,
about the name of the statue,
and they go back to eating.
if they know the name of the bard in the statue.
Couldn't fucking tell you.
No.
I don't like the fact you're keeping shit from us.
No,
I just don't know.
she's not lying.
So we get 2 horses if we find your breeding stock.
Breeding mare, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably sell that for a decent amount.
Any idea where the horse went?
Well, I believe it ran off towards the east. If you look at the map, he would point towards like where the tree line and the river meet up there.
Mm-hmm.
He said it ran off that way because the fence was down for a couple of days.
How long ago was this?
About 2-3 days ago. She wouldn't have wandered
Oh,
far.
Are spider horses attracted to any certain food, smells, or sounds?
He reaches into his bag that is on his side and he pulls out what it kind of looks like a sugar cube apple mix. It's a weird looking thing, and he pulls out about 3 of them and hands them to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Oh well, these usually work. If you give them one of these, they just love you. I don't know what it is about it.
Can I sniff the cube and
Yeah.
see what it is?
It is the weirdest fucking smell you've ever smelled.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it should have the scent of an apple, but it doesn't. It looks like it should also have the scent of a sugar cube, but it doesn't. It almost smells like mustard.
Strange.
That's disturbing.
Yeah.
Flaw?
Yeah.
I'm going to roll and investigate to get an idea as to what the tracks of these things look like. So that way, if I see
Okay.
them in the future.
Yeah, okay. You don't really need to roll that.
I rolled.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't need to roll that. You can look in the fucking field and see
Oh,
that
shit.
it's weird as fuck.
Plus 5, so 23.
Yeah, like I said, you didn't really need to roll.
Eh.
You look in the field, you can kind of see that it's like, it's gonna be fucking noticeable. You ain't ever seen
Weird,
something
awful tracks.
Yeah.
There's holes in the vegetation.
Fresh tracks, yes. Here's the thing: fresh tracks, yes.
Well,
So this way, I know what I'm looking for when they're not fresh tracks.
Yeah, they're weird in the sense
Fair
that you
enough.
see the 4 steps, and then there's like 4 steps out, a little bit out, like a couple of about 6 inches outside of it.
Yeah, there's like a
Okay.
track of normal horse tracks,
Right.
and then
But then
beside that,
that
Are
way,
we-
character has it in his head.
Yeah.
are we gonna take the quest of finding the mare for the 2 horses?
yeah, sure.
I mean, if I can sell the horses,
Now, he does
spider horse.
interrupt with you.
Mhm.
Once they're given to you, they're really they bond to a person.
Oh, they're really loyal.
They're really loyal animals. Yeah.
Guys,
really
out
loyal.
out of character, I would fucking love to just be a fairy riding a, I assume, horse-sized horse
Spittoon?
spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That would be
about
great.
Just a little fairy on a horse spider, giant horse spider.
hawk
Yeah.
platoon.
Hmm
Yeah.
But like,
Close enough.
go ahead.
Hawk to a hawk platoon, close enough.
God, no.
That's why he says, yeah, I don't think she went far. I think something scared her off. But she shouldn't
Could
have
I
been
do
too
a
far away.
nature check in the direction that he pointed?
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Roll.
be an
Rolling.
18.
Yeah, you can see her tracks running off across the road, and you don't really see it in the road, but you see where it comes off the road and where it entered the road. And
Okay.
if you want to follow them, you can let me know. If you are taking this, y'all can just keep following the tracks.
Yeah, let's go.
I guess we're gonna follow the tracks.
I mean, I figured, like, we're not gonna be all leisurely or anything, you know, take our 2 weeks off. We've just been on a like, I assume, month-long carriage
It's been about
ride.
2 months since y'all started y'all's ride.
Just
Like,
before we for sure decide to go on a little adventure here, is
Mhm.
everyone here ready and willing to keep going on this session? Because it is getting
I was about to
late
say.
for some people.
Yeah, this would be a good stopping point
yeah,
before we take
Yeah, I was
off.
gonna say this should be a good stopping point, and then next session we can decide if we go on the quest or not.
I would say if y'all want to decide that now, that way I know
Okay.
what I'm writing for next session.
Look, I have 13 more days before we are leaving this town. If I can make some coin, I'll make some coin.
You have 14 more days.
Well, you said 2 weeks.
I
Yeah,
say
you had 2 weeks
we
from the
should-
next day of your arrival.
I say that if we split up into, say if we do this quickly, we could do this and then also continue to work on the farm. But having spider horses could be beneficial on our journey.
Also fair.
I have no idea what to do with my life. I don't know how I got here. Might as well take this journey.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in that same boat. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Might as well.
If y'all are deciding to go along to find the spider horses, y'all begin walking towards the river and the tree's edge, and y'all start to see what kind of looks like wolf tracks, but maybe they're not. There are definitely other animal tracks sort of close to the other tracks.
Bum, bum, bum.
And that will be where we end the session tonight. I'm so mad. I have made 2 very beautiful maps for tonight, and neither of them were used.
You're
I like
welcome.
that sometimes.
It do be
You're
like
We'll
that.
get to them.
I would like to say thank y'all of those who were watching
Yeah.
and those who participated in it. If y'all have any comments, just message me on Discord about it. I'll try to be good about answering it. If I don't answer tomorrow, don't worry about it. It's probably because I'm at work. But
Jobs.
yeah, how do y'all think about the spider horses? I think they're neat.
Horrifying.
They are
Horrifying.
very much.
It's the 2 things that I hate.
Spiders and horses?
Yes.
Great.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I would just like to say thank y'all for watching. Until next Tuesday, I guess.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep.